it was for real. We had to debate the name. The soldier would. I was skating with my fans back then. You don't understand what this game means to me. It means so much to me. And I said, Jack, first of all, I was there during the original Skate. Matter of fact, I always say, Skate 1's demo is one of the greatest demos of all time. I played that demo for 20 fucking hours probably. Just skating around in that open park. So don't talk to me, I'm a skate fan. I know about skate.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Peak.
What we gonna do next?
So I trust me when I say I understand what this shit means.
What team for you quarterback?
But I also understand that right now in 2026,
no, I'm gonna tell you, Kyler Murray for sure take somebody's spot on the roster.
It was being an adult on some service and some role.
What that quarterback over there says?
To analyze the situation.
Oh yeah, Tyler Shuck.
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, more about potential.
35-year-old man in me said, I don't understand.
More about potential now.
Because
he had the best quarterback season out of all quarterbacks last year.
Company,
which is crazy.
Releasing in early access. News started
actually did his thing
slowly
last
trickle
year.
out leading up to the release of the game.
Who the fuck is the Jets quarterback?
And every, because sometimes
well, they got a little thing going on. Shit, they got a little, like, they had Justin Fields at first, but I don't think that they really fucking with him.
When I say every, I mean
don't know.
every.
But that was the only nigga that I really thought, like, you feel, that they really had.
All they talked about
Maybe the Jets.
was microtransactions. We can't wait to monetize this shit. Couldn't find an article talking about features, gameplay, modes, crossplay, something. I said, chat, every time we read one of them articles, I swear to God, I'm not trying to be a hater. I said, chat, I don't know. These niggas is talking about monetization a little too much. Some of you in the chat, what did you do? The same shit from before. During that second warning. But to the end, you gotta understand, I was in the 8th grade when Skate 3 came out. Like, I got my first bad bitch, mom made rules. I got an airway test, and Skate 3 came out the same day. It meant so much to me. We went to McDonald's that day after I got the A.
Could've made the fuck out of me. I thought you were talking about 2K.
I know. What the fuck are you talking about?
Watching my defenders and dies. See, it's like, man, fuck me up on that.
Yeah, that'd get you right
I thought it was.
there. My nigga Fat Larry.
I haven't seen my money video. Man, I wonder how they popped up this bit like
That's
that.
my nigga Fat Larry right there. Man, he's spending. Nah.
Before the start of every college basketball season, the Associated Press releases their preseason. It is truckload with the Ford Group. Only has the
Back, yo.
You know about that backyard.
Yeah, I only like the look, man. I feel like the verse is ass as hell.
That's what thing Jello can do. He can make a hook. He can make a hook.
Look good, man.
He can make a hook.
Not all about my boy.
You feel it? I mean, it's not like I don't think that motherfucker really forgot about him, but I just think Jello is because it's like it's not like that motherfucker expect Jello to be charting #1 and shit.
Yeah, but he's not the topic of discussion no more. And it's like I don't know if the hype can really.
It's like this.
I don't think it can really pass.
Real shit. Me personally, I don't think that for the simple fact he's not doing features. You feel what I'm saying? He's not doing features. Every song that really that got some notoriety from him has been a solo song.
Yeah, he had one with Glorilla. They were going crazy for a little minute.
Was it like a feature or was it like a
baby,
remix?
can you please?
Oh yeah,
shake that ass for me. Yeah, that nigga going crazy a little bit. I'm like, okay, you got a little song with that one.
Yeah, that bitch was nice. That bitch was nice. I forgot about that. But that's just literally that was my feature that we really know about.
Yeah, it wasn't really a feature. It was his song, but Glorilla did feature.
That's what I'm saying. Like he not doing no features with nobody or hopping on features and shit.
Ain't nobody really taking him serious to the point that they were like, hey man, let's pay for these Jello features. Like, bro, ain't nobody taking him serious like that.
Just imagine. I mean, it's not that motherfucker gotta be on some shit like let's pay for a Jello feature. The Jello could be on some shit like I want to pay him to get on my song type shit.
See, that's what they did with the Glorilla shit.
And that's what they need to do with other artists and shit like that. Cause like you said, Mo, nigga, we know your whole story. We know you not no gangster. We know that you're not from the streets. Your family is the Beverly Hills.
But anyways, they
You know what I'm saying? Y'all went to high class school.
Wildcats were high.
Only reason why you ain't make it to the NBA because you fucked up.
They'd go on to be arguably the most well-balanced team in the country.
You know what I'm saying?
Being able to line up on the scoreboard while
Now
also
just
being
imagine if that nigga paid YB to hop on I might swerve and I'm going to roll.
They all played very
It's like, man, bro, playing with a lot of money right there. Trying to give a lot of money up.
It's like this.
So on any given night,
It's not like that y'all don't have the money though.
But you can't just, it's a gamble, man. You want to get this money back for sure.
We talking about YB and Jello, the hottest sensation at that time. You gotta understand that nigga made Freshman Class of the Year off one song.
And maintaining the #1 ranking in the country.
Yeah, it was off the clock.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So at that time,
they picked up right where they left
that
off.
song right there, I think would have been nice. Cause it's not like that motherfucker was like, but it sound like YB.
Cincinnati and West Virginia.
This sound like some YB hop on.
They found themselves in the Final Four against a very talented and experienced Wisconsin team.
Honestly, it would have been a smooth look for him, but yeah, man, the regulators for sure not pushing that shit.
They not pushing that
shit. Perfect season,
Not pushing that shit.
They
It was at first, they was pushing it. It was a good push for like about 5 months.
I won't give a fuck. They gave me the
Summertime, it was over.
They gave me the bag.
And the main reason why this team was regarded
Well, y'all
as
gonna have to give me the bag list and Jello
was
shit
the
all
fact
that.
that they returned so many
Fuck
talented
that, nigga.
veterans that has vast experience. in
Backyard.
This includes
That's what
guys
I'm
like
saying,
Bryce
man. It's
Johnson,
like these rappers be falling off so fast now, bro. Jello was really done by the summer.
Yeah, I think for the simple fact, like I said, we know Jello's lifestyle. Like the shit that you talk about is like niggas, we know that you not really bending no corners.
It's just over
Like
for
your
my
best
nigga, dog.
bet is to talk about the backyard. Because that's something that we know that you can relate to. Because in the verse and shit, he wasn't doing nothing but making a whole lot of better basketball.
There were just so
You
many
feel what I'm
guys that get to a bucket.
References and shit.
Averaging over 12 points a game. And their
Like, boy,
high-powered
that
offense
shit
would
is
eventually
terrible.
lead them to an
Man,
ACC championship
they
behind an
got money
impressive
fucked up,
20-6 record. Moving into the March Madness tournament, it quickly became clear that all this experience, maturity, and chemistry that Tar Heels had gave them a huge advantage. As they go on to make a statement run in the championship game,
Joe got
knocking
dropped
off
a fire
Gold
ass
Coast,
song that everybody
Providence,
can't deny.
Indiana, Notre Dame, and Syracuse.
It'd be hard to do that. You gotta have science.
You gotta go to the city.
The Villanova
You gotta get your features from the
and
city.
what is widely
Can't even
considered
come
one
back
of the
right.
greatest college basketball games of all time. After a back-and-forth contest throughout, the Tar Heels hit a huge clutch shot in the final seconds to tie the game. However, shortly after, Villanova's Chris Jenkins hit a dagger buzzer beater 3 to win the game.
I remember that.
UNC season
I was watching that bitch on Diamond. I remember watching that bitch in the living room. Like, oh my fucking god.
For the 2016-2017 season, the preseason #1 ranked team was the Duke Blue Devils. Although they had lost their star freshman Brandon Ingram
Like
to
the
the
fourth
NBA
day.
draft, there was still
It's
quite
like
a
the
bit of
fourth
firepower
day.
returning, including
Season.
their leading score from the previous season in Grayson Allen, alongside key
Really
contributors
want to like
Ruben
about
Yard
Kirk
and
CS,
Emilio Jefferson. In addition to
CUSA
their
championship
returners,
shit,
however,
man. We
it
ain't
was
really
the incoming recruiting class that
too
really got
crazy,
people
man. We've
excited
been
about
trying to
the
really get
Stoops.
some line.
Headlined by 5 stars Jason Tatum, Harry Giles,
Got a
Frank
hard
Jackson,
game
and Marcus
this game.
Bolden, many people
This game
expected
gonna
the
be
young
kind
guys to be key contributors to the upcoming
It
season.
is one.
And when the regular season tipped off, two
We
of the
gotta take
freshmen,
big
Tatum and Jackson, were more than up to the task and went on to be key contributors. Additionally, the returning guys like Allen, Kennard, and Jefferson continued to be productive, which really added stability to a relatively young
If you would have just locked in no
the
basketball like I told
combination
you,
of all the
bro, we
talent on
could
the
have been
roster,
that
combined with the coaching of Coach K, Duke fielded one of the most potent
My
offenses
nigga
in the
Jason
country.
Tatum is that
And
nigga.
scored effectively all year round.
It's
They
okay,
won
because I
several
just
games
remember
in the
just
conference
to
play, losing 3 of their last 4,
He was
but
a
they
complete
finished out the
nigga.
season strong with
bring
4
him back.
straight in the ACC
Yeah, he was
tournament.
complete.
And after bringing home the conference
How'd you know?
championship, many people thought that momentum could potentially carry
They ain't know if that nigga was gonna play power for a small field for sure.
Unfortunately,
I mean, I was
after a first round victory over Detroit,
Now the way he built now, he plays for now. Well, he plays for now, so the way he built. I shot that nigga. He got me like 6'8" or 6'9".
I'm not putting that.
After a disappointing end of the previous season and losing a vast majority of their team to graduation in the NBA draft and the transfer portal, this 2017 iteration of the Duke
It's like how the way nowadays is, he can. How the way Draymond is doing, he changed the program before.
Coach K was given the monumental task of rebuilding almost an entire
That bitch is small, boy. You gotta have a phone that's basically like that. Like just a tater.
Turnovers from the 2016 season to 2017 season they managed to haul in the consensus number one recruiting class featuring several prominent five-stars like Marvin Bagley, Wendell Carter, Draymond Duval, and Eric and over the regular season. Despite there being a ton of skeptics claiming its team led by Steve was now a fail, all those doubts to rest. Such a combination of Bagley, Carter, Duval, and Trent proved to be incredibly effective, as they possessed one of the most well-rounded offensive attacks in all of college basketball, alongside being very solid defensively as well. They go on to finish the season with an impressive 26-7 record, which would be good enough to get them an at-large berth to the NCAA tournament. And in the tournament, the freshmen alongside Grayson Allen would fight all the way to the Elite Eight with wins over Iona, Rhode Island, and Syracuse. Their season, however, would eventually come to an end shortly after, as they'd suffer a hard-fought loss to the Kansas Jayhawks.
Hi, I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest. With 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, and a limited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which you want for
Like that in 2 days. And we live in the same house.
The kids call you Richard?
Real.
Remember, in college football now, there's communication between
And don't do basic hydration. You need super hydration. Old Spice super hydration. Vitamins. This is 24/7 healthier looking skin.
Nobody's going to throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal.
About coverage with clients. So what's the word? What is it? For you global? Now I have a good time. This is my
Your entire playbook.
Moving now to the 2018-2019 season, the team ranked number one in the preseason polls was yet another blue blood school, the Kansas Jayhawks. Going into the season, this is a team that you just knew had so much championship potential, and it doesn't take much digging to find out why. Although they had lost some great players like Devontae Graham and Stephen Kylie to the NBA draft, they managed to retain several other key players like Uzoka SGA and LaGerald Pitt, with all conference performance and great teams, along with other promising young talent like Sylvia, Sosa, and Marcus Garrett waiting for their shot as well. Not to mention, the Jayhawks also made several great offseason additions like Dedrick Lawson via the transfer portal, alongside a solid recruiting haul featuring some prominent names like Quentin Grimes, Devon Dotson, as well as Otai Abadi. And with the combination of all the returning pieces, alongside the addition of several talented freshmen, this was a team that had the potential to be absolutely every ability to make the end. Unfortunately for Kansas, however, they faced quite a bit of adversity throughout the regular season, with much of that stemming from the unforeseen changes to their roster. Sylvia DeSosa was ruled ineligible for most of the season due to an ongoing investigation regarding his status. LaGerald Pitt had to leave the team this season to handle personal matters, and as his UK season was cut short after undergoing wrist surgery. These were all key players in the lineup that were now gone. But luckily for the Jayhawks, they had a lot of depth and talent on the roster that were able to step up and keep the afloat in spite of all the challenges facing. They won to finish the season with a respectable 25-9 record, but would end up missing out on the Big 12 tournament for the first time in 14 years. Nonetheless, they received an at-large berth to March Madness, however they wouldn't make it very far, because after a first-round win over Northeastern, they go into the upset by the 14th seed Auburn High School in the second round.
I'm gonna be up early. I'm gonna be up early, so I'm going to log in. Trust me. The information still safe.
No cap. Nah, man, for sure. I hope you get that motherfucker, man. With a little bit something that you like up in there.
Alongside speculation that Rain makes his way of the year, Cassidy's assistant could possibly test NBA one. Winston, however, would ultimately make the decision to return to school and was obviously very happy. Not only that, but other players at the same time, Eric Henry
That's smooth as hell.
Combined with one of their top scorers, Josh Langford, looking to bounce back from injury, all of a sudden was starting to
Shooter for right now, so you already know how it is.
Adding to the fold in young freshman Rocket Watts, Paul, and of course, legendary coach Ponzo, and this now looked like another Michigan State team trying to make a run at the national championship. Moving into the regular season, it got off to a bit of a sour note as it was announced that the foreign guard Josh Langford would have to miss the entire season due to injury. But luckily, the Spartans were for the most part able to fill the scoring floor with other players. The Cassius Winston was having another player for a caliber season at the helm. The Spartans proved to be one of the most well-rounded and balanced teams in college basketball. They weren't as flashy or exciting as other teams by any means, but they were very well coached and did what they needed to do in order to win, eventually finishing with a solid 22 in that record. Unfortunately, things would shortly after come to a screeching halt as the NCAA was forced to cut down the remainder of the season amidst the COVID pandemic. It sucks we never got to see how far this team would have gone in the postseason, but this was just another example of the harsh consequences faced by several teams that 2019 season due to the COVID pandemic. With the 2020 season, coming in as the #1 ranked team in the preseason polls was the Gonzaga Bulldogs. If there's one team that got screwed from those from the COVID shutdown the previous year, it might just be Gonzaga. Before the shutdown, they were in the midst of an incredible 31-2 season and were seen as one of the heavy favorites to potentially win the national championship. So going into this 2020 season, they were letting Michigan chase a title they never had the opportunity to last year. With key contributors like Drew Timme, Corey Kispert, and Joel Ayayi running it back, alongside bringing in guys like Andrew Nembhard and Aaron Cook via the transfer portal, this was a team loaded with both talent and experience. Now adding to the mix a stellar recruiting class headlined by Jalen Suggs, the highest rated recruit in program history, and this team had all the tools to make even better than the previous. And when the regular season kicked off, this team by all metrics managed to live up to the hype. Timme and Kispert were putting up career numbers, Suggs looked to be one of the best players in the country as a true freshman, and the whole team overall just played really well together. You could just tell their chemistry was off the charts as they moved like a well-oiled machine, having what many considered to be the best offense in the country, while also being really sound defensively. They go on to finish the season with a perfect 26-0 record, and when the NCAA tournament rolled around, they were once again seen as one of the heavy favorites to win it all. And in the tournament, Gonzaga was able to steamroll through their first 4 games with wins over Norfolk State, Oklahoma, Creighton, and USC. And after a huge last-second win in the semifinals over UCLA, they moved on to the championship where they'd have to go up against a Baylor squad that was just as talented and experienced. Unfortunately for Gonzaga, they ended up being just too overmatched by a Bears team, firing on all cylinders, as they fall in the final game of the season with a score of 86-70. Running it back as the preseason #1 ranked team for 2021, we once again have the Gonzaga Bulldogs. After falling just short of a title the previous season, the Zags were eager to get another opportunity at redemption. With this in mind, however, it would certainly be no easy task, as they had to replace 7 players from last year's roster. This included several key players like Corey Kispert, Joel Ayayi, as well as their freshman stud Jalen Suggs. Despite all the talent heading out though, they still did have a nice core coming back, most notably with Andrew Nembhard, Holden Strother, and of course, additionally, they brought in a talented guard who's their both teams in the transfer portal, as well as an absolutely loaded recruiting class, headlined by the trio of 5 stars Chet Holmgren, Hunter Salas, and Nolan Hickman. And similar to the previous year, the Bulldogs absolutely steamrolled their way through the regular season.
I'm really excited to get into today's topic with you because it's something of a
master class.
Exactly. A master class in college football program building. We are looking at the Detroit Mercyy football program today.
Right, and it's a fascinating case study.
It really is, because on paper, if you just glance at the standings, you see a 6-7 overall record.
Which doesn't sound very impressive.
Right. You see an even 4-4 split in CUSA conference play. And for a lot of programs, that is just a perfectly average, easily forgettable year.
Yeah, a lot of fans.
Back to the bottom.
But if you look closer at the source material you sent over, that seemingly mediocre record is actually a brilliantly disguised launching pad.
It's the foundation.
Yes. So our mission today is to unpack how a season described in your notes as gritty, chaotic, promising, frustrating, and foundational is setting the stage for a rising powerhouse.
It's all about looking past the box scores.
Exactly. We are going to find those hidden stories and the massive potential lurking just beneath the surface. Because, I love those aha moments. I love seeing how things are actually built behind the scenes.
Well, a 6-7 record is often what I'd call a transitional artifact.
A transitional artifact. I like that.
Yeah, because in the ecosystem of college football, a chaotic season isn't just a byproduct of a growing program.
Damn.
It is a completely necessary crucible.
A crucible. So you're saying they had to go through this?
Absolutely. You cannot skip the struggling phase if you want to build something sustainable.
Right.
I mean, a season like this throws your team into the fire.
Right.
And it exposes the structural weaknesses that
we can't get no
non-conference schedule might just hide completely.
Oh, totally. If you just play cupcakes early on, you think you're invincible.
Exactly. A tough season strips away any illusions a coaching staff might have about their depth chart. You have to learn how to lose close, heartbreaking games before you can learn how to execute and win them.
You have to take the hits.
You do. So finishing one game under 500 with an even split in a tough conference, it tells me this is a program right on the precipice.
They're ready to jump.
They spent the year testing their limits, making aggressive mistakes, and gathering the exact personnel data they need to take the next massive leap forward.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the best way to understand this program's tipping point is to look at the guy standing right in the center of the storm.
The quarterback.
The undeniable face of the program. Junior quarterback, Adonis Grimes.
Yep.
His stat line over the 27 games he has played is, well, it's a staggering roller coaster.
That's a good way to put it.
He holds an 83 overall program scouting grade. He is categorized specifically as a pocket passer, and his production is sheer mind-boggling volume.
The yards are incredible.
We are looking at 7,349 passing yards.
That's some great shit.
He has thrown 63 touchdowns.
Whoa.
But the catch here is severe. He also has 33 interceptions.
Yeah, that's the roller coaster.
All while completing 59% of his passes. When you read those numbers, you are looking at the dictionary definition of a gunslinger.
What's fascinating here is the sheer duality of those numbers.
Yeah.
And what they mean for the play calling and the psychology of the entire defense.
Right, because you have this 83 overall grade for a junior, which means he clearly has undeniable physical tools.
Oh, the arm talent is there.
Yeah.
But 33 interceptions over 27 games, that's more than one turnover a game.
Which is brutal for momentum.
It is. And for a pocket passer, a 59% completion rate suggests he isn't just taking high percentage check down throws. You know,
he's not just dumping it off to the running back.
No, he's not relying on the safe screen game.
Yeah.
He's constantly forcing the ball down the field. He's throwing into incredibly tight cover 3 and cover 4 windows.
It's like a high risk, high reward stock investment.
That is the perfect analogy. You win with him because he has the arm talent to throw 63 touchdowns and single-handedly keep you in shootouts.
Right, the highs are so high.
But you lose with him because his risky play style leaves points on the field. An interception in the red zone doesn't just cost you a score.
It swings the whole game.
It forces your defense back onto the field with zero rest.
Yeah.
They're constantly defending short fields.
It makes me think of a boxer who intentionally drops his hands to bait his opponent just so he can land a massive knockout punch.
Yes.
When it works, it's spectacular. The crowd goes wild. Grimes throws a deep bomb, and he looks like an unstoppable Sunday-level talent.
But when he miscalculates,
he gets caught right on the chin. Suddenly you are watching him throw a game.
Good shit, big boy.
Bracket coverage. The variance is just wild.
But that variance highlights a deeply intentional coaching.
Left tackle.
How so?
So I'm getting
a lot of coaching staffs would have benched a quarterback throwing that many interceptions.
Oh, absolutely. Just to protect their own jobs.
Right, to protect their own win-loss record. But the Detroit Mercyy staff kept rolling him out there. They sacrificed the short-term stability of a potentially 8-win season to develop his processing speed.
Because you can't teach a player how to throw for over 7,000 yards.
Exactly. That raw talent is innate. But you have to let him throw those 33 interceptions in live game action so he learns what an open window actually looks like at the Division I level.
So they are playing the long game with his development.
They don't want to extinguish his aggressive instincts. They want to temper them.
And the stakes for this coming season couldn't be higher for him. As a junior, next season is his ultimate tipping point.
It's make or break.
This is the year he either refines his pre-snap reads and goes down as a bona fide program legend.
Or he fails to adapt.
Right. If he doesn't take that next step, he is forever remembered as a flawed, erratic talent who just...
He's the bridge QB till we get the 5-star.
Essentially the ceiling of this.
But he could go out as a legend.
On the quarterback room to harness that chaos.
If he can turn just a fraction.
But I do feel like when we get a 5-star, he's going to just blow out the water. He's going to blow everything out the water. So I don't think that you're going to be the best quarterback we ever had.
8 or 9
But
win season instantly.
Right. The defense
you first for sure was the first one. He's the guy.
Detroit Mercy's favorite.
Hopefully you go to the league and actually do something.
Which brings us to the other side of the ball. We have to talk about the hidden gem of Detroit Mercyy?
Tavion Lawson.
Tavion Lawson. He is a senior, a redshirt boundary cornerback. The source material describes him as the shutdown corner nobody talks about.
And they should be talking
That's
about
what I'm
His
saying.
numbers are just as staggering as Grimes, but in a completely different way. Let me read these off. He is rated as an 86 overall, which is certified pro-level talent.
Sunday player for sure.
Over the season, this guy racked up 147 tackles, plus 11 tackles for loss, 6 interceptions, and 62 interception return yards.
It's almost unbelievable.
Those are massive stats, but 147 tackles and 11 tackles for loss for a boundary cornerback.
Yeah.
That is a wild volume of production for
That
someone
nigga
who's
going to the league.
outside. I mean, I'm geeking out over these numbers, but it doesn't make sense.
I got 3
If we
niggas in the
connect it to
league right
bigger
now.
Picture,
That's
it
what I'm
reveals
saying.
a
I got 3
severe
niggas in the
flaw
league right
in
now.
the team's defensive architecture.
Okay, break that down for me.
A great season for a true shutdown corner might only feature 30 or 40 tackles,
Because nobody is throwing at him.
simply because opposing offensive coordinators refuse to test his side of the field. An elite corner with an 86 overall rating should be erasing the opponent's ex-receiver.
They just put him on an island and forget about him.
Right. So when a
They do get
boundary
put on the
corner is
island,
leading
though.
the team with nearly 150 tackles,
So 11 tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
it means the front seven is getting bullied. Wow. The defensive line is likely getting washed out of the A and B gaps, and the linebackers are consistently missing their run fits.
So he's forced to clean up the mess.
Exactly.
The opposing running backs are breaking through the first 2 levels, and Lawson has to come flying downhill from his island just to save touchdowns.
Exactly the issue.
Yeah.
The source material notes he is stuck in a defense that doesn't always maximize him.
That phrasing says it all.
Offensive coordinators are likely recognizing that the Detroit Mercyy front seven is leaky. So what do? They are running the ball right at the boundary edge.
Forcing Lawson to make the play.
They know they can force a 190-pound cornerback to make
I like this
open-field
fucking
tackles
line, bro.
against
This
running
line
backs who
actually
already have
fucking
a
block.
solid speed.
That sounds
Now, next
exhausting.
week it might be different
Lawson is
against
playing
Michigan.
out of
But
position
right now,
last
y'all
year.
blocking.
Yeah.
He is
That's how you
essentially
fucking
acting
block.
as a weak side linebacker because the interior system is failing around him.
It completely changes how you evaluate a stat sheet.
It really does.
You see 147 tackles and think you are looking at a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. But the reality is that the huge number is actually a massive red flag for the defensive line and the linebacker.
This is a symptom of a larger problem.
And it creates an unbelievable tension. You have this undeniable pro-level talent in Lawson, someone who should be focused on blanketing elite wide receivers to showcase his coverage skills for the next level.
Right, for the scouts.
And instead, he's stuck playing janitor for a suboptimal front seven. The notes say that if Lawson stays engaged, he is a season-changing player.
Staying engaged is the key word there.
But keeping a pro-level player engaged when they are constantly taking on blocks and covering up for other people's blown assignments has to be incredibly difficult.
It is the ultimate test of the program's internal culture. When you are a senior looking ahead to a pro career, your priority is protecting your health and your draft.
Oh,
Making 147 tackles means taking 147 high-impact collisions. It is grueling physical attrition that a cornerback's body is not built to sustain over a 12-game season.
They just aren't sized for that kind of punishment.
No. And if he checks out mentally to protect himself, the Detroit Mercyy defense collapses.
Because they are currently relying on his superhero efforts just to stay afloat against the run.
Exactly. But if the coaching staff can hit the transfer portal or develop their interior linemen to fix the run defense, Lawson can return to true boundary coverage.
He can actually play his position.
If he isn't forced to play linebacker, his 6 interceptions could easily turn into double digits. He has the talent to completely take away half the field.
So you have Grimes, the gunslinging wild card on offense, and Lawson, the overworked superhero on defense.
A fascinating dynamic.
But neither of them operates in a vacuum. They are about to carry this roster into a brutal upcoming schedule.
The crucible continues.
We are transitioning from individual talent to the ultimate schematic and physical test. Looking at this upcoming slate of games, it is dripping with opportunity, but it is a gauntlet.
Let's look at the key matchups.
First up, they are playing the 21st ranked Texas Tech.
Huge game.
The breakdown calls this the statement game. This is the ultimate prove-it moment. You go out there and beat a top 25 team, and the national media narrative changes overnight.
Texas Tech represents a massive stylistic shift. Playing a ranked team from the Big 12 is a completely different speed of football.
It's a track meet.
It tests the depth of your roster and the conditioning of your secondary. Texas Tech is going to run a high-tempo spread offense designed to exhaust the defense.
So if Grimes throws 3 interceptions in this game,
and forces Lawson and that Detroit Mercy defense to stay on the field for 85 snaps, they will be run out of the stadium by halftime.
it'll get ugly fast.
But if Grimes plays with discipline and Lawson is allowed to lock down their primary target, a win there transitions Detroit Mercy from a cute underdog story to a legitimate ranked contender.
It proves they have the athletes to hang with power conference speed.
Exactly.
But the schedule doesn't stop there. They also have to travel to play number 16 ranked Michigan.
Oh, man.
At Michigan State,
Yeah, that's our boy.
over 100,000 fans. This is perfectly labeled as the reality check game.
That's the perfect label.
It is the ultimate measuring stick against a true blue blood national powerhouse.
It's going to be
You
that.
walk into the big house and you find out
our
exactly
first
how
one.
your offensive and defensive lines stack up against elite size.
It's a physics test at that point.
And even after you survive that non-conference gauntlet, they have to navigate the CUSA grinders.
The meat of the schedule.
Liberty, UTEP, Louisiana Tech, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee. The flashy games get the headlines, but the notes make it very clear. These conference matchups are the gritty games that will ultimately define the season.
Well, the Michigan game is a reality check because it shows you
It is.
what elite recruiting and massive NIL resources look like.
It's going
up
to
close
show
and
us.
You see,
You know, I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to enjoy it. That's good.
Detroit Mercy might not have the sheer mass to win that game, but the coaching staff uses it to gauge the physicality of their roster.
Right.
But those CUSA games, that is where the foundation of the program is truly tested.
It's the week in, week out grind.
Playing a team like Liberty with their physical option-based running attack, or traveling to Louisiana Tech for a midweek game on a short week of rest that requires weekly consistency.
It requires a roster that doesn't fold when they are banged up in November.
Exactly. When you synthesize all this information, the developmental arc of Grimes, the structural reliance on Lawson, and this grueling schedule, the takeaway is profound.
They aren't a novelty anymore.
Detroit Mercy is no longer just the new program happy to collect a check for playing big schools. They have a quarterback capable of stretching the field vertically. They have real defensive stars with pro-level talent.
They have evolved into a genuine, highly dangerous threat in the CUSA. So what does this all mean for you, the listener, as you look at this program's trajectory? The core theme that screams out from the source material is that perfection is not required for progress.
Far from it.
In fact, demanding perfection too early can stunt a team's growth. That chaotic 6 and 7 season wasn't a failure, it was a required diagnostic test.
It exposed the cracks.
It set the stage
That's
for
what
a
it
massive
did.
breakout year by exposing the cracks in the foundation, like the run defense issues, forcing Lawson into 147 tackles so they could be systematically repaired.
You have to know what's broken to fix it.
Exactly. And there is a tangible takeaway here for your own daily life, too. Whether you are building a team at work, launching a new business venture, or just trying to master a complex new skill, you have to go through your own 6 and 7 season.
You have to put yourself in the crucible.
Willingly exposing your own weaknesses and acknowledging where your own systems are leaking is the only way to build a solid, sustainable foundation for future success. You have to take the hits before you can make the run.
Growth always requires friction.
Always.
And as we wrap up this analysis, there is one lingering thought from the source material that warrants further reflection, particularly regarding Tavon Lawson.
Oh, the engagement issue.
Right. We established that he is a pro-level talent who desperately needs to stay engaged while playing in a defensive scheme that currently forces him to cover up for other players' deficiencies.
It's a highly precarious situation for his career.
It really is. And this raises an important question, and it's one I'd love for you to think about. When top-tier talent disengages, whose responsibility is it? That's a great question. Is it the individual's fault for losing focus and failing to give maximum effort, regardless of the suboptimal circumstances? Or is it the system's fault, and by extension, the coaching staff's fault, for failing to utilize their true potential and burning them out on tasks that are fundamentally beneath their capabilities?
That is a heavy and incredibly relevant question, not just for a football locker room, but for absolutely any organization you might find yourself in.
It happens in corporate offices every day.
Do you point the finger at the star employee for quietly stepping back, or the management who handed them the mop instead of the microphone?
It's definitely something to chew on.
It really is. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive today. Thank you so much for joining us and exploring the hidden architecture of the Detroit Mercyy football program.
It's been a great discussion.
We hope you walk away with a few new insights and a fresh perspective on how greatness is actually constructed behind the scenes. Keep asking those tough questions.
Damn.
Keep looking past the surface level numbers, and we'll catch you next time.
Man, what a good deep dive.
It's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film. They're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll start this drive going to the air.
No.
And the quarterback runs out
They
of
out in
time,
block.
and down he goes at the 38.
That was a touchdown. I
Second
seen
down
it.
now after the sack. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Got it out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are
At least you got
trying to
300
score.
yards. They didn't get that interception.
To the air on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Got some room and after the goal line. He is pinned late in the game.
And the offense put up more points, and guess who jacked up? This whole crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And this game slapping too.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the ball is loose on the return.
Go.
And kicking down Bell's field possession.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big force fumble, big momentum play created.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call.
Let's start this holding shit. We've been doing good all game.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. He might want another play. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Back over the middle.
Oh.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered if they've called guys offensively all game long who's been on the field or what personnel moves they've been. They're simply executing at a higher level of this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the
It's
fourth quarter.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by a field goal over FIU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on for us. Halfway there on 1st down, 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leads on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. Really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point.
He wants one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Feel good, y'all. I feel good, man. Feel good to actually, win the game. Not look back. This team last year, man, we need a lot of improvement. We need a lot of improvement last year. But I do feel like this year we is better. Gotta get better on skill-wise position, but at the end of the day, we play ball. I just want to say, y'all, next week is going to be a pinnacle week for us. We go up there next week and get our ass towed the fuck up. Or we go up there and basically show them niggas a show and give college football something to look at. You can either go, hey, 50-50. Cause just know they coming. Them boys is coming, man. And they're not gonna play around with y'all. Like, you know, this is right here. You gotta go up in there and really do that to them. It's a rivalry already. Let's go up in Michigan and do that thing, man. Let's get this money. And whatever happens, y'all. Whatever happens, let it go. But sometimes Michigan can be hard to go against. But sometimes Michigan is easy. But y'all, we in the big house, man. We in the big house.
The kickoff team is on the field and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5.
Let's go.
Didn't find any increase in that kickoff coverage and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will get the first possession of the game.
This is our first rivalry game with Michigan, y'all. We gotta get him.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play it
Let's go.
with passion,
Let's go.
with hatred, because it's a
Get back there, all game.
your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Get back there all game, Lando.
Knocked back to open this drive. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. I'm not playing that shit. Come on. They're going to have to throw the ball on us. Michigan's going to have to throw the ball, man. They're going to have to.
Situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the hit.
Let's go. Let's go. Offense. Offense.
Send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And they are coming off a
Go out there and throw a touchdown, man.
led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his own talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for them to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
I love to see this on offense. Early drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with a pass.
Let's go.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? New set of downs after the completion.
Slapping. Come on.
He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up from that defensive line.
Oh, they're after him. He's got him.
Let's go.
Takes it down to the 13.
Move that ball. Smooth and
And after picking up
change.
that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They'll throw it from the red zone. They've got the screen set up.
That
Go,
completion
y'all.
takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they
Moving
are
that
ready to
ball.
strike. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Come on.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Tried to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. His defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving him some juice. Let's it fly.
Oh, fuck. No.
Really excited about what this guy can do. Some are saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. Just get in trouble when you try.
Let's go, y'all. Look, man, we know we can push the ball on these niggas. Come on, y'all.
They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas.
Go to East.
To that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
Let's go.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter.
Let's play ball, y'all.
Certainly reflect that.
You're playing good ball. Playing good ball right now.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll sneak and try to surge forward.
And David, I'm starting to just right there. That's often a decision at quarterback pre-tournaments. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile that is so hard to stop that play. That's why you see him ran so successful. Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's John. Nice gain on that.
Gotta stop these plays, y'all.
First down. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's good.
Come on, there we go. There we go.
He goes at the 33.
Let's not get too greedy this time on offense, man. Let's have a patient offensive drive, take it down the field, and if we gotta take the field goal, we gotta take the field goal. Let's not force nothing.
Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Let's go.
Really good job by everybody.
Run that ball.
Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
That's why I make a play.
Back to pass. Throws to the tight end.
Oh.
It's caught downfield.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The RPO, it's complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Come on, y'all. We gotta make something happen.
Gonna look downfield again. Firing to the right, complete.
Go.
And the defense settled in and stopped that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spin the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spin it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be
Go.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. 1st and 10, they're
Make
down
plays,
to the
y'all.
25. looking for a physical attack to pick up. And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got some space.
Oh.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now.
Let's go!
And they're in for a touchdown.
Play the music!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious this guy is a major win in his eyes. He's had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the
Let's go, y'all! We scored on Michigan! We scored on Michigan! We scored on Michigan, nigga!
Me and my brother.
Like number 30, you just know you just scored on Michigan. Ringo, you just scored on Michigan, nigga.
220 my dash.
I'm a fashion killer.
I'm a fashion killer.
Alright, bro, we just scored on Michigan, bro. Fuck that, nigga. We just scored on Michigan.
The unexpected in college football, and for some, this update.
Come on, y'all. Let's keep playing defense how the way we've been playing defense, y'all.
TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped.
Let's go, man. We hitting.
Teams will take any
We hitting.
But I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one.
Go.
And his Moblers are finally
Come on, y'all. Can't let them keep getting these yards.
Get the first down. Dropping back, it's good. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, and the defense
Let the clock run. Why the fuck is the clock not running, bro? There we go.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's not afraid to go.
Yeah! Play the music! Let's go! What are you talking about? Get that out of here!
That chopper dumb. My money don't fuck. Like yeah, sure.
The momentum is there! We got the momentum!
Too much water full of me and my brother.
Run that ball. Lawson.
On the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Give to the running back. And a good solid pickup for the defense.
We don't
Cuts him down.
even want to like do no crazy shit.
One of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Get this shit over.
Here, time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half.
I think everybody on the map seen that interception. Everybody on the fucking map seen that fucking interception right there.
So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll run the RPO and short right.
Let's go.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Gonna take a shot on 2nd and short. Unloads it left.
Ooh, truly, I know it. It's okay though. Oh, it's
offense
okay.
hasn't been able to generate a lot of points.
Fuck that bitch looking good. It's
You're
okay.
seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end.
Gotta get this first down, yo.
Getting hits on
I don't care how crazy they crowd is.
knocking it loose.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass.
Be quiet.
It brings up a 4th down. They bring the runner onto the field now. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
Yeah.
He'll do it himself.
Go.
He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got to just got to make sure he's making the right decisions.
Let that time go down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leads with the
Let's go!
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Lando, they can't fuck with you.
One on that last one in 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's good. Working the middle of the field and it's complete.
Boy, they be making the quick plays. You gotta make them fucking, we gotta be on it though, y'all.
Football is becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Power football with the run. There he goes. They finally
We cannot give them a touchdown,
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Runs through the tackle. Brought down at
Oh man, we gotta just get them a field goal. They cannot get a touchdown, bro.
3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Got his man.
No, they cannot get the touchdown, y'all.
And they shove him out of bounds. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Give to the single back.
Oh,
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short.
they going for it. Come on, y'all. We not no hoes. Show them niggas that we not no hoes, y'all.
Will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down.
Show them niggas we ain't no hoes. Fuck. Damn. Get butt straight through that bitch. Come on, y'all. You been holding them. Come on.
But they're the favorite for a reason.
Let's go. Fucking go, y'all.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Big guy smells it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
Nice job on the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
It's as if there's a force field that's been keeping them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. They'll try to change it.
Let's go.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Let's go. That's all I wanted them the niggas to do. I just wanted a field goal. We gotta go out there and score, y'all. Offense, we gotta go out there and put on a masterclass. We gotta score. I don't give a fuck how crazy their crowd is. We gotta go out there and score.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
They going for the field goal, y'all.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect. Now bring him to within 4.
Come on.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense. You cut into the lead, now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense. They're trying to make plays.
Come on, y'all. We got it.
And the offense heads on.
Man, use what we can use. Run that ball.
Out of the shotgun, and they go to the ground.
Let's go.
That kind of play will get
Run that fucking ball. I don't give a fuck. Run that motherfucking ball. If they can't stop it, they can't stop it. run that motherfucking ball into the motherfucking gun and game is over.
Go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. Now the pitch.
Let's go.
Perfectly timed.
Fucking run the ball, man. That's how we running the ball today.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option is so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The inside handoff. Pass the first.
Let's go.
That is just the kind of run you
Fucking
want.
go. Hey. You running that bitch today.
The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting
Ooh, that boy running that bitch today.
And the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Give to the back.
Very
At
cool.
this point in the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
It's so hard to force fumbles. When you do, so badly want to get it and crawl.
Oh, I'm glad this not Madden. Oh, I'm so glad this not Madden. Man would have found the way for that nigga not to get that bitch. Oh, I'm so glad this not Madden. Oh. Oh, okay, fellas. Be in the low. We down below.
To help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. One team makes its way out of the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
You know, defense, I believe in y'all, bro. Oh, I believe in y'all so much, defense. Please just go out there and play. I believe in y'all. Because the offense, we can't do it. Let's go, defense. I believe in y'all. Believe in the defense.
Off the play fake. They'll go with the
Let's go.
touch pass.
Believe in the defense.
Backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's good. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Let's go! Let's go, Lawson! Let's go, Lawson!
It's fourth down.
Oh.
This offense has had some struggles.
Let's go, Lawson.
So far, they're just trying to get something going. And so
y'all know what they're gonna do.
You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back.
Let's go! It's over!
All 11 guys
Play the music, man. It's over. We beat Michigan, y'all. Alright, let's not do no dumb ass shit.
Buzz down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
I don't give a fuck. That nigga was out of bounds. It don't matter. It don't matter where he was out of bounds at. That nigga was behind the line of scrimmage. That shit was nothing near the line of scrimmage. That was nowhere near it. It's over. Shit is over, bro. Oh my God, y'all. It don't matter. It don't matter. We doing that, y'all. We got them calling timeouts now.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting a run. They know the offense is going to try and lead the clock, so they've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get
They hoping that I throw that bitch. They is hoping. Oh my God, they hoping I throw that bitch. If you can't get it, you can't get it.
From the gun, wants to pass.
It's over! It's over! It's over! All y'all Michigan niggas go home! It's over! It's over! It's over, man! That's college football, y'all! That's college football! That's the heart of college football right there, y'all.
I'm the best killer. I'm the best killer.
Let that clock run.
It's huge. Really want to score another touchdown and make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you could find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Come on, fake them out. I swear, this is the fake out. I swear it's the fake out, y'all. They all thinking it's going to 30. They all feel like it's... Oh, they own it. Oh, they own it. Field goal unit, come out there. We can make this. Stay calm, y'all. Keep calm.
On the option play, but how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Kicking there at 5. How did I miss it? Fuck. Y'all, play defense, y'all. Oh, it's nothing else they can do, bro. They gotta throw it deep. In fact, timeout. Fuck. Why is it a game like this? Why? Come on. Play defense. That's all y'all gotta do, bro. They have no timeouts. It's over if y'all play defense, bro.
To the air, it's good. Pressure coming.
Yeah. I'm talking about, man. This college football right here, man.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time.
You go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Shit over. Shit over.
Fourth quarter, go time. We gotta make plays.
Just keep playing defense, y'all.
Really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we gotta put this thing
over, man. Come on. He can't throw it nowhere. We got everything on lock. It's over, man. Come on.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down.
Interception! It's over! The D is in the building! Shut their hearts down, man! Kneel that ball! It's over! It's over! First bowl champions, bitch! Fuck Michigan! Fuck Michigan, bitch! The first bowl champions, bitch! Take that to the bank, Michigan! Take that to the bank, nigga! It's over! The fuck on my field! It's over! Woo! We wasn't supposed to win that game, y'all! I know we wasn't supposed to win that game! Over! We beat Michigan, y'all! You should have seen the reaction on the sideline.
I'm a best killer.
It was like, nigga, what? Michigan is out of that. What?
Cut your dick. Yes, I be evil. Fucking demons. Wearing demons.
Oh, man, bro. Oh, it was all about the running back, dog. All about the running back in the defense, man.
I got bottom hole on my sleeve. Set it up, little beat. What I need. Don't they catch your beat? That chop that dump. My money gon' fuck. Like yeah, I'm sure. My money got on. There's too many things. Me and my bro. Too much water. Me and my bro.
Oh, man, Chad.
Big on piggy bag. 220 in my dash. I'm a fashion killer. I'm a fashion killer.
I love things about her. I love the way she treat me. I love the way she fuck me. I love the way she suck me. I love things about her. I love the way she treat me. I love the way she fuck me. Scoochie. I love the way she suck me. Going in. I'm a trapaholic. All I do is ball, tell them all down now. Trick, don't flag me down, see me downtown, worry. I didn't mean to shit on you, excuse me, sorry. Verse so slick, make my video marvelous. Polo to the flow, rap down like carton. Try to see yo, they gon' put you on a carton. I didn't mean no harm, but my diamonds are dumb. Heavy rocks on my arm, me and Rocco the done. We still out of the slum. Where I'm from, got a gun in the club having fun. And after it's done, I'ma come just to call it. After party, bachelor party, they should've called it.
I go up in here to beat Texas Tech, y'all.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at 25. So Texas Tech's offense will get first crack at it here. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiver group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up. And David, taking advantage.
Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness of Van Gator gets it to the 49-yard line. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Disastrous play.
Go, y'all.
Ball security doesn't just apply to
What I'm talking about.
receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped out.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack.
Go, defense.
Second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what QB does moving forward.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Let's go.
He's going to take off. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon.
Oh, if you would have broke that. Oh, if you would have broke that tackle, boy.
Stop him right there.
Come on, y'all.
Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players.
Lawson.
You mentioned in meetings this week.
God.
Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
I will say, my boy A9, got you.
We can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
Leaves it with the back.
Go.
Picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first and 10 for this offense. Use the play fake, now the throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, or just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. They're going to run it. Not much running room here thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Grab in the marker. It's Sampson. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. Easy conversion for this offense. They cross midfield at the 45 with a first and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got them right where I want them. Okay, I'm going to throw the football now. I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're playing a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And he does a really nice job of finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. Might be changing the route. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen instead. Nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This is the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And into the end zone. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on the field.
Under fire.
Oh.
And they get from the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. With the catch, it's Gentry.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And now the offense will come onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped
I'm around this.
in practice and in
it's off the
games,
roof right now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it just squirting through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Bring in the heat.
Ooh.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Damn, boy. Defense good, but boy, we gotta get that hurry up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
All right, after this play, we're going to try to listen to the deep.
The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the... Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got a little space. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
I know that's 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically downfield. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
I just hope we can get the running and at the same way that we get it all bad.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more
I ain't think he was going to get that far. Great play.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man on the right. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, they're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Oh, good play.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. First down here for the offense. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Fire just a little.
I didn't want to throw that bitch weird.
Junior frustrated
It
in
is,
his that
though. He
connection.
cuts the
So
interception.
now it's 2nd and
Look too
long.
open.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. Just across the 20 with the first down at the 19. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Tote that bitch. Ooh, that's an open hole right there. Tote that bitch. I see it. Ooh.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've got a timeout in the seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more
This one might
plays.
be harder.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep
Boy, you are.
gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense execute beautifully. Defense is going to have to find
Like,
something.
damn, straight like that. Straight like that, Ranger.
Now they line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good. One more on the lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.
That's the half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here it comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left.
Oh, that's my fault. I didn't think he was gonna bite like that.
He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Red Raiders come to the line in a hurry up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle of Barnett. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Use the play fake, down throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wideouts and 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. It's picked off.
Cribbed!
He's inside the 40. Past the 20. No one's gonna get it. Touchdown.
Hey, at the end of the day, y'all.
They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Ready to throw it. And the extra point is
Plus it takes his take ass. They gonna have to look at us now. They gonna be like, okay, they just busted the Texas Tech ass. And they beat Michigan. The first game was a blowout. You know what? Let's fuck with them. I know they're gonna say it, man. I tell you, the points is there. We beat a good team. I wish they would have kept their rank.
on that one, Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
This is take.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He's got his man, makes the grab.
Offense couldn't even score a lick on the defense. Boy, I swear, Michigan defense, oh yeah. Offense couldn't even score a lick. The only reason why we even scored is because our running back was having a powerful night.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
Oh, you were supposed to catch that. Oh, you were supposed to catch that. That's crib baby right there.
Looking to fire.
Let's go. Lando.
Do a better job. They gotta protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They gotta somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Got a man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
His defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Red Raiders decide to punt it away.
Let's keep putting up points on these boys.
He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss.
Yeah, no, you right.
Pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play.
Some saucy. With a saucy.
They go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. That ball will make its way
That's a great punt, though.
and they'll mark it down at the 15. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. There he goes. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Welcome in. It is great to have you joining us for today's deep dive.
Yeah, we have a really fascinating stack of materials to go through with you today.
We absolutely do. We are looking at a collection of game tape analysis, direct transcripts from post-game player interviews, and an incredibly passionate locker room speech.
And it is all centered around the Detroit Mercyy football program.
Right. But before you tune out thinking, this is just a sports recap, let me stop you right there.
It's so much more than that.
Exactly. What we are actually looking at is a masterclass in building a winning culture entirely from scratch.
A blueprint for doing what everyone else calls the impossible.
Yes. The mission of our deep dive today isn't to get bogged down in touchdowns and tackles. We are here to extract the strategic and psychological nuggets from Detroit Mercyy's trajectory.
Right, because these are actionable insights. Things that you can apply to your own underdog moments in life.
Whether you're trying to get a startup off the ground, pitching a radical new idea at work, or just tackling a massive personal goal.
That is the perfect way to frame it. And the roadmap we have laid out for you today illustrates this transformation step by step.
It really does.
We are going to examine 2 drastically different games that define the evolution of this team. First, we'll look at a high-flying, absolute blowout of a game.
Which demonstrated their raw potential.
Exactly. It established their baseline. Then, we will pivot to a gritty defensive struggle, an upset that completely shocked the nation.
And once we understand those 2 distinct battles on the field, we can peel back the layers.
Right, to analyze the mindset of the players themselves. And finally, we will break down the vision of the architect behind it all, Coach Ritchie.
It really is a brilliant case study in organizational transformation and long-term planning.
It absolutely is.
Okay, let's unpack this by starting with Game 1.
Setting the stage.
Right. This was against a smaller division opponent known as FCSNW, and the final score was an overwhelming 38-6.
A total blowout.
Going into it, this was supposed to be a warm-up game, a chance to just shake off the rust.
But looking at the tape, it did not feel like a warm-up at all.
Not even a little bit. It felt like a deliberate message. Offensively, the standout was quarterback Adonis Grimes.
His stats were just massive.
Yeah, 345 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. But the volume isn't even the most impressive part.
It was the efficiency.
Exactly. He was averaging over 12 yards per attempt. I mean, the ball was moving in huge chunks.
And the receivers, Tutt, Burnett, Ringer, and Williams, they were finding wide open spaces on almost every single play.
Completely dismantling the defense. They were eating like it was Thanksgiving out there.
They really were. But, the offensive numbers grab your attention. But if you look at the defensive side of the ball from that game, that is where the real cultural foundation was being laid.
Oh, totally. The defensive unit played like they were possessed.
You rarely see that kind of intensity in a supposed tune-up game. You had players like Javon Orlando setting a violent physical tone incredibly early with just pure power in the trenches.
And the linebackers were diagnosing plays instantly, swarming to the ball like they were shot out of a cannon.
Right. When a defense operates with that kind of synchronized aggression, it completely dictates the flow of the game.
And why does that matter for the listener?
Oh.
Well, the reason we are highlighting this specific blowout for you is because it proves the team had built a machine that worked.
It wasn't just about beating a smaller program.
Exactly. It established their baseline of raw talent and high-level execution. You need that proof of concept. If you are launching a new product or rolling out a new initiative at your company, you need to know that in a controlled environment, your machinery operates flawlessly.
That makes a lot of sense. You have to prove your baseline competency to yourself before you take on the ultimate challenge.
Precisely.
Which brings us to game 2, and here's where it gets really interesting.
A big one.
Yeah. You take that explosive 38-point high-flying offense from game 1, and you contrast it with an incredibly gritty, ugly, but ultimately beautiful 7-3 victory over the number 13 ranked Michigan Wolverines.
And they did this at Michigan's home stadium, the Big House.
Which is notoriously one of the largest and most intimidating environments in all of sports. The contrast between these 2 weeks is just staggering.
They went from an absolute fireworks show to a bare-knuckle street fight.
They really did.
And what's fascinating here is the narrative that usually follows a massive upset like this. It's highly predictable.
Right, the media and the fans often want to write it off as a fluke.
Exactly. They will say the favored team had an off day, or the weather played a factor, or the underdog just got a couple of lucky bounces.
But the tape tells a different story.
It does. The tape and the underlying metrics make it unequivocally clear to you that this was not a fluke. Detroit Mercyy walked into a hostile environment with over 100,000 screaming fans, and they out-toughed, out-executed, and out-coached a national powerhouse.
Period.
And they did it by dominating the trenches.
Let's pause there for a second, because we talk about the trenches a lot in sports. In football, that means the offensive and defensive lines, the biggest guys on the field pushing against each other on every single play.
Right.
But how does that translate for the listener who is sitting in an office or running a small business?
Well, in your business, the trenches are the unglamorous foundational tasks that keep the doors open.
Okay, give me an example.
It is your supply chain logistics. It is the daily QA testing.
I got a lot of business shit going on right now, nigga. Talking about football.
Cold calls. If you don't win that gritty baseline work, the flashy stuff, the marketing campaigns, the big keynote speeches, none of it matters.
So Detroit Mercyy won the football equivalent of those daily unglamorous tasks.
Exactly. It requires a level of grit and discipline that completely neutralizes the other team's inherent talent or financial advantage.
But wait, I have to push back on
that.
Specifically regarding Adonis Grimes.
Lawson!
In the first game, he was throwing for 345 yards, ripping off 12 yards at attempt. But in this Michigan game, the team only scored 7 points. His stat line was incredibly quiet. Doesn't that just mean the Michigan defense completely figured him out and shut him down?
I can see why you'd think that.
How can we frame his performance in Game 2 as a positive?
That is a very common reaction when looking purely at the box score, but watching how the game actually unfolded tells a completely different story. It is actually the ultimate display of leadership maturity.
How so?
A lesser quarterback or a less mature leader in any field would have panicked when the high-flying strategy from last week stopped working.
They would have tried to force something.
Yes, they would have tried to force a spectacular play to recreate that previous success, which against a defense like Michigan's almost always leads to a catastrophic turnover.
I see.
But Grimes didn't force it. He played composed, controlled football. He deliberately avoided disaster, kept the offense moving forward, even if it was just a few yards at a time.
I'm
and
not
he
gonna
made the
lie.
critical throws only when the pressure was at its absolute
I heard my
height.
first song.
So he essentially swallowed his
T.I.'s
pride
song,
for the sake of the overarching goal.
Domini.
Precisely.
Oh yeah.
That is true situational awareness. He understood that the
Nice.
objective wasn't to throw for 300
That
yards
bitch
to
is
get paid in the
nice.
papers.
That
The
nigga got
objective was to
Jacquees
score
on
more
that
points
bitch.
than Michigan at
K
the end of
Cap on that
60
bitch.
minutes.
And check
He
this out,
adapted
check
his
this out.
entire style to
DC
fit
Young Fly on
exactly
that
what
bitch.
that hostile
Right.
environment demanded.
Okay,
Hey.
that reframes it entirely.
I heard a snip
Is
of it.
doing what is required,
I want to say yesterday. I
not
heard a
what is
snip of it.
glamorous.
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, this
And
nigga
that
is talking on
mindset
that bitch.
clearly bleeds
It's like a
down
little
into
nice
the
little
rest of
vibe
the
song
lineup.
that you actually play with your shorty and shit.
Let's
Like, bro,
bring in the
this shit
post-game
sound
interviews
nice. I
because
wanna
hearing
look
this from the
Listen to
player's
the whole song.
perspective
Listen to the
really
whole
gives
song.
us the anatomy
Hey,
of how an upset like this materializes.
Kai,
Yeah,
So
those
he
things are
snapped.
cool.
I think I got
We
a
had this
song
fascinating
that's
quote from
gonna
Grimes.
take me off
A
of the
reporter
whole
asked him
gunning and
what
why we
changed in the locker
decided
room
right
at
now.
halftime during that Michigan game.
And what did he say?
Grimes said,
Right.
I'm
"We
not
stopped
playing
being
Kai. Like I
nervous
said, I heard
and
the
started
snippet
playing
yesterday.
nice." That
I know the
really
whole
struck
song
a chord.
already.
I
Oh
think
my God.
everyone listening to this right now has felt that exact
I don't know what
I
that
remember
means.
a few years ago, I had to give a presentation to a board of directors.
Hey,
For the first 10 minutes, I was totally playing
hey,
nervous.
man. Hey.
Ooh, I've
Gotta
been
give
there.
props.
I was
To.
plagued
And
by
that right
imposter
there-
syndrome, reading stiffly from my notes. Basically just playing not to
I'm
lose
talking about-
instead of leaning into my actual
Like it just
execution.
like
It is a
I don't
profound
know. Give me like some type of nostalgia.
and it is incredibly
You know what I'm
difficult
saying? Like
to
growing up,
execute in real
some
time.
type
It
of
really
nostalgia
is.
growing
But
up. I don't know,
Grimes
maybe because they
detailed
shot the video on the
specific
skate in the
shifts
skate
that
park, the
happened
skate rink
once
and shit
they
like that.
collectively shed that nervousness in the second
But I
half.
just had
Right,
nostalgia.
he pointed
No,
out that their running
that's
back,
probably why I had
Ringer,
nostalgia. They shot the
started
shit at
attacking
the
the line of
skate
scrimmage
rink because
like
they
a
damn near
monster.
replayed the skate, the
Supreme
scene in
confidence.
ATL.
And the offensive line dug in.
When Nuno
and
or Shaq, when he
refused to
jumped
be
the juice and
bullied.
shit like
The
that, that
defense
bitch what they
elevated their communication. They were
was
just unreal.
remaking the shit like
When
that.
the team stopped worrying about the iconic block painted
let's
on the
go.
field, and they tuned out the
I love
100,000
good music.
opposing fans,
Okay.
they
I
finally
love good
remembered
music,
their training.
especially.
They remembered
That's
that
different,
baseline
bro.
of
It's not about
execution they
no
had
ops.
established back in game one.
Nothing like no
Grimes
ops.
noted that when you see your teammates flying around with that kind of confidence, you naturally elevate your own game to match them.
It becomes a self-sustaining loop of accountability.
going, man.
Exactly.
And that accountability
Been good.
directly sets up
Do we
what
groups?
is
Do we groups?
arguably the defining play
Still
of the entire
getting big
game.
boys, but hopefully I
We
can
have to talk about cornerback T. Lawson getting his massive interception late in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
He broke down the sequence for reporters afterwards, and it is an absolute
Man,
masterclass
bro, I
in
see your
preparation
story
for
on
the
Facebook,
opportunity.
so I see that's where I'm at.
Lawson explained that he saw the Michigan quarterback staring
Yeah,
down
I
the
did.
guy.
And for those unfamiliar, an out
Y'all seen
route
this
is
shit
when a
on like a
receiver
hard
runs
down,
straight
look at
down the field for a few yards,
Most of
and then
Wilson
suddenly makes a sharp 90-degree
I'm like,
cut
man.
toward the sideline.
Like I said,
Right. Because it is a predictable geometric pattern, if a defender knows it is coming, they have a huge advantage.
And they have been trying to hit that exact route against Lawson all afternoon.
Yes. So Lawson recognizes the pattern. He goes over to the sideline and specifically asks his coach, give you one more shot at it.
Think about the sheer
I should've never liked
audacity it takes to demand that responsibility in the fourth quarter of a 7-3 game against the number 13 team in the country.
It's unbelievable. The coach trusts him. The ball is snapped.
I have my eye
Lawson
guys.
reads the quarterback's eyes, jumps
I
the
have my
route,
shit.
makes the interception,
Big
and the momentum of the entire game flips
That is
permanently.
how my shit be.
What stands out to me is the specific
I saw all
language
that color.
Lawson
What the fuck
uses
is
to
this?
describe that moment. He told the reporter, "We don't wait for plays to happen, we take them."
We take it.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this is the core of their entire organizational identity. This proactive, aggressive mindset is the hallmark of what they have branded as Detroit football.
Tough, disciplined, and together.
It is the complete opposite of a passive, reactive mindset. In life, and especially in business, so many people wait for the perfect opportunity to just present itself.
They really do.
They wait for the promotion to be offered, they wait for the market conditions to be flawless, they wait for the play to happen to them.
Which usually means someone else beats them to it.
Exactly. Lawson, and by extension the entire Detroit Mercyy program, are operating on a completely different
money on these
paradigm.
niggas. God
They are
damn.
observing the patterns, just like watching a market trend,
Gone.
or seeing a competitor's predictable strategy.
And they're communicating their intent clearly to leadership.
And then they are executing ruthlessly to take the opportunity. Pattern recognition under immense pressure is a skill
like
you
this,
have
this,
to cultivate,
this right here.
and it only works if you have the courage to act on what you see.
We don't wait
man,
for
they made
plays
like
to
a-
happen. We take them.
Like a
I am
POV.
seriously going to write that down. And
Of
put it
you
on my
facing
desk.
over
It's
50.
a great mantra.
Oh
It
my
perfectly
God, Kyle,
encapsulates
when I
how
tell
a
you,
team that didn't
that
even
shit
exist
is
on the
fucking
national
hilarious,
radar 4 years ago
Yeah.
managed to walk into a legacy stadium and take away a victory. And that brings us to the architect of this entire operation,
The man who instilled this mentality from day one.
Coach Mercyy. I want to set the scene for you based on the transcript we have of his post-game locker room speech. Picture this. Coach Mercyy steps up to the podium. He is absolutely soaked from the Gatorade fountain.
Just drenched.
His voice is completely hoarse from screaming over crowd noise for 3 straight hours, but his eyes are locked in. This was the first win of the rivalry. The first
you gotta
time
wait till you see the
Detroit
referee,
Mercyy
though.
has ever beaten Michigan.
The referee and
And the
announcer
historical
though.
context he provides in that moment is vital. He addresses the doubters directly.
He reminds the room that when he took over 4 years ago, the consensus was that this project was impossible.
Right. Pundits said you cannot build a legitimate contender from scratch in Detroit. They said you cannot recruit top-tier talent without legacy facilities.
They said you simply cannot compete with the massive budgets and the history of the big boys in college football.
And yet there he was, declaring that they had just walked into the big house
We got the ring
and
announcer,
dictated the
though.
terms of the game to a
They over there
mark
having a ball.
It is a total vindication of a grueling 4 years.
I'll be mad as hell if I see some shit like that, bro.
That nigga top. He's gonna be one of the mix.
We're talking about years 1
Oh,
and 2,
man, I don't know
where you were
who the
likely
fuck
losing
that
games,
is
you're
that
facing
making these
rejection
fucking
from
animations
recruits,
nigga over, bro.
and nobody is paying attention to you.
It's
nigga,
lonely.
You
I've
have to
seen a few of them
maintain
bitches
absolute
top.
conviction
Oh my
in your
fucking
internal
God,
processes when the external
This is one
results are
video.
telling you that you are
The
failing.
nigga just
That
been
is the
thrown
hardest
around the
part
whole
of
fucking arena, bro.
organizational
Oh my
transformation.
God.
You have to survive the dark
Oh
years.
my God.
He built a system that proved the consensus completely wrong,
Damn.
but he had to weather a lot of storms to get there.
Which makes his next statement in the speech so powerful.
Yes, this was the moment that really made me stop and reflect on how we label success.
He didn't just celebrate the win, he used that podium to completely reframe the national narrative. Coach Mercyy looks at the cameras and says, "We're not a Cinderella story. We're not a feel-good underdog.
It is a critical distinction, and it is incredibly relevant for you as a listener, regardless of the industry.
Think about what the Cinderella label actually implies.
Right. In sports media, or even in the tech startup world, calling a group a Cinderella story is often disguised as a compliment, but fundamentally it is highly dismissive.
Because it implies you didn't actually earn it through skill.
Precisely. It implies that your success is rooted in temporariness. It suggests that you are punching so far above your weight class that the clock is eventually going to strike midnight, the carriage will turn back into a pumpkin, and you will inevitably regress to the mean.
It is the underlying expectation of your eventual failure.
Exactly. By vehemently rejecting that label in front of the entire country, Coach Mercyy is rejecting the idea that their success is a momentary blip.
He is declaring that Detroit Mercyy is a new reality.
They are rising, and they are a program that is here to stay because their success is built on a replicable foundation of discipline, pattern recognition, and magic runs out. Discipline.
Magic runs out, discipline scales. That is the perfect summary. So what does this all mean?
When you look at the whole picture,
Yeah. As we look at this entire journey, from the overwhelming baseline setting blowout to the gritty trench warfare upset to the raw psychology and the player interviews and the coach's defiant speech, how do we synthesize this for the listener?
I think it comes down to a few core pillars. First, it requires building a foundation of competency that proves you belong in the room. You have to do the unglamorous work in the trenches.
Whether that is mastering your software, knowing your numbers inside and out, or perfecting your pitch.
Exactly, so that when the pressure hits, your baseline execution doesn't fail you.
Right. And the second piece seems to be that immense versatility.
Yes. You have to be able to execute during the explosive moments when everything is going your way, but you also need the maturity to manage the gritty, difficult phases.
If the environment demands that you pivot from a high-flying strategy to a slow, methodical grind, you have to be willing to adapt without panicking. Just like Grimes did when his stats dropped, but his leadership peaked.
And finally, it is about cultivating that fiercely proactive mindset. You have to study the landscape, recognize the patterns your competitors are relying on, and have the courage to ask for the ball.
Don't be the person waiting for the play to happen to you.
Put in the hours of preparation so that when you see the opportunity, you can step up and take it.
It is such a powerful framework you put all of that together, and suddenly doing the impossible just looks like a series of very difficult but highly intentional choices.
It really does. And as we wrap up our analysis of this incredible organizational rise, this raises an important question for you to consider moving forward.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's say you apply these lessons. You put in the 4 years of unseen work, you beat your own personal Michigan, and you permanently force the world to drop the underdog and Cinderella labels when they talk about you.
Okay.
When you finally achieve the impossible, how do you completely reinvent your own psychology now that you are no longer the hunter but the hunted?
Wow. The mindset that gets you to the top is rarely the exact same mindset that keeps you there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fantastic thought to leave on.
It changes everything.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Keep seeking out those powerful nuggets of knowledge. Keep taking the plays in your own life, and we will catch you on the next one.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, they've got a receiver that if he's able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
You need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you he's going to beat you. He's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. He's the guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the boycott or necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matches.
That's one thing. If you a wrestling nigga and you got one hitter, you cut the hair, the aura is gone.
When he throws his way.
Pulls it in, it's fouls.
It's like, you gotta think
He's
about
able
it.
to shed one time, but they got pretty good
He
yard.
cut his hair good, but it's like when he cut his hair, he lost weight. And it's like his body got tough.
Looking to throw, it's Patterson.
You feel what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a gene.
And now there's a connection here on third down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of
It's
the
like
afternoon.
a Festus situation. When Festus cut his hair, he became Luke Gallows and shit like that.
No fair catch
You know what I'm
here.
saying? With his beard out, got tattoos, got tattoos. He's like one of those. He's a different type of world.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive.
What's that nigga Javon do?
They'll start this
Javon
drive with
still
They're
playing.
really just in the elimination chamber.
working that left side now.
He didn't win it in this game, but he was in it.
Down to the
Big
26
shit. I
yard
love
line
that.
before
I
they
like his
ride him
defense.
out of bounds
Yeah,
against
all
the
three of them
Eagles.
together moved up was really
They dialed up the perfect call,
straight
splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. First and 10 from the
But Ober's really
27.
the biggest standout because they don't. I think Ober's still a free agent. I think Ober's still
Spins
a
away.
top.
And into the end zone for a
Ooh,
touchdown.
ooh.
I don't think Ober's signed. But real shit. You want to know what I think will happen, bro?
And the
Brock
extra
Lesnar
point
got a
pushes the
little
lead to
challenge
14.
at WrestleMania.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy,
So
did
I
that
think
last
that
drive
Ober
quiet this
was
crowd.
surprise punk.
I can do a Brock Lesnar versus Ober.
I could do Brock Lesnar at Ober at WrestleMania. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
I would love that shit.
90 yards
Yeah.
in front as they start the drive at their own 10.
Like they already had like the little things like damn. And the Royal Rumble and shit like that, you feel what I'm saying?
And that's a huge play by the defense.
Hopefully
Great job
foreshadowing
right there,
something.
getting the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and falling on a massive fumble recovery.
Them niggas there saved,
From the wide
but
receiver.
they'll fumble the opportunity.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the end zone. He's got it in. He goes into the end zone for the touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit again.
Yeah, New Mexico, we about to play around with y'all.
The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's go. Y'all can't focus. This is a stat game, yo. Get your stats up. Get your stats up. Everybody get their tackles, get their sacks, get their interceptions, get your touchdowns, get your shit up.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
I'll score. So we get the ball every single time we get the ball, we need to score. We need a perfect performance.
First play of the period, first down here.
Man, we gonna get them points. We gotta get them points so we can get them in at least the rankings, y'all.
Back to throw, it's Patterson. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Aggies want to
They didn't look at this before, y'all. They didn't look at this before.
second down, they'll go to the air. And he's on the follow.
Alright, boy, they fucking fuck it. It's a stat pattern game, y'all. Come on. Everybody know what type of game this is. Come on.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Bro,
And the big game, they've got it on the 46.
that's not playing with
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the way.
Leaks.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big playmaker.
And money down, third down, fine.
Leaks.
I mean, they can find that matchup. Go ahead, get some good release, get the downfield.
So he turned on him?
That's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
No! I thought he was the guy. I thought he was the new guy.
No, you gotta understand. The group turned on Seth Rollins.
Lost yardage on that last one in his
Oh, not my boy. Y'all can't be doing that to fucking Paul Heyman, bro. He's like 80 years old.
Hey, man, if it can happen to Ric Flair, man, it can happen to Paul Heyman. If it can happen to Mae Young, if it can happen to fucking Mae Young, it can happen to fucking Paul Heyman.
My nigga like 80 though, bro. Come on.
You understand? Mae Young was fucking 92 years old doing that shit, bro. Mae Young was old as hell.
She was like,
Mae Young was old as hell. When Bubba Dudley, you heard of the fucking case?
oh,
She was at least 88. She was at least 88.
we're not supposed to be doing that.
She was at least 88. Come on, man.
Can we at least get an age where it's like, okay, no. 65.
Because it used to hurt me sometimes. It used to hurt me sometimes watching Ric Flair.
This nigga used to bleed all the time, like, bro. Like, for no reason. Just, oh my God, bro.
You look at that nigga raw, that nigga might bleed.
Like, bro, nigga, I'm still traumatized to this day off that Triple H Ric Flair match, bro. That nigga literally bust him open so bad, his hair was red. Like, bro. I mean, this bitch like, wow, Reed, they about to die. Nigga about to die. I only felt like that 2 times when that nigga did that, when that Great Khali switched that nigga Rey Mysterio head. Oh my God, I thought Ray dead.
I thought he was dead.
He was like, I'm like,
he was dead. Fuck dying. I thought he was dead.
I'm like, no.
I was not gonna see no more Rey Mysterio, bro.
I'm like, no. He squished his head like a watermelon.
No more Rey Mysterio. See no more Rey Mysterio, bro.
Now the play fake.
Yeah, boy. Them niggas, they is crazy on that beach.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see they are feeling themselves. That the pitch
Yeah,
that last week,
they
dominating early in this game, just seems like they're playing with a different aggression. And
Unleashes one deep.
Hey.
Oh my God. But it's okay. Y'all ain't coming back.
You know what I wish they do? I wish they
Oh man, you know how that shit be though. Like it's the new generation, Shane. So it gotta be like that.
Yeah, I understand that part.
Gotta
You
be
know what I'm
like that
saying?
now.
But what I'm saying is like there's nothing wrong with promoting and shit like that. But what I'm saying is like, I think I'm on. I think Undertaker said this shit, where it's like y'all exposing too much.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying?
I believe the same thing, but you know, they for sure use all that shit for promo. I'm not into like, you feel me? I feel like they should have their social media to themselves. Like, you feel me? It should be to the point, you feel me? You get to do your thing in the wrestling ring and that wrestling world, then after that you can have your social media and do whatever you want to do on your own. But they tied in so much that niggas be talking crazy about each other on Twitter and all that shit.
See, nothing is wrong with that.
I don't like that.
See,
that's fake.
But it's like this. It's like this. I would rather have that because it's like you can have the best of both worlds. You feel what I'm saying? You can expose the kind of scene and still having like views and shit online. It's just like most people don't know that everything is full story. You feel what I'm saying? What I feel like they should do is I feel like they should stop doing the behind the scenes and shit like that. And it's like y'all when they do have those Twitter beefs online and shit, it's going to leave the audience shit like, is this for real or is they? You feel what I'm saying? So when they do get in the ring and shit, it'll be a more
authentic.
You feel what I'm saying? It'll be yeah, you feel what I'm saying? But if everybody knows what the fuck going on, it's like, okay.
I get what you're saying, bro. I do think straight up kayfabe is something that they need to just hide, you know. I think the suspension thing is better than shit just basically playing out as you playing the story, you know. I don't like the blueprint.
You can do it. It's like, I feel like they would be bro. Because it's like I feel like they had the perfect team. And I feel like when they fucked up, I don't know who fucked up. We had a guy doing shit like that, but I stayed with Dean Ambrose and he said, like, bro, why the fuck is everything so fucking stupid? Like, why the fuck is all these storylines stupid as hell?
Vince getting old and basically, you know, it's getting to the point, you know how that should be.
But it's like me personally, I don't think that it was about the events and shit like that. I think it's about the storyline.
And that is not where you want to miss.
I don't think that bloodline storyline should have been
turns into an interception.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that it should have been that fucking
football and give his
chance to make a play.
Of course, me either. Ain't no story supposed to be more than a year.
Like, no cap.
Summary WrestleMania.
No cap. No cap. If it's a real feud, it should be, like you said, from SummerSlam to WrestleMania.
Like, it should be literally, there's a feud for a year.
But why the fuck is this shit going on for 5 fucking years, bro? And I feel like that's what fucked them up too, because like, y'all put so much behind one fucking story, and y'all not really
Yeah. That was fucked up on that tunnel vision at first, but you know, all they gotta do is understand that motherfucker. Oh. Damn. Yeah, he never. Well, he didn't flinch. Oh, running back. They trying to catch that nigga.
You know what the cherry on the Sunday is? When you force the turnover, the pill into the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
My nigga Randy needs to go on. He need to have a nice thing.
Well, Triple H's boys. I expect Triple H to give him the best send-off because of the fact that that's his boy.
On a good note, on a good bright side of Randy Orton, he did win the extra point. So he did put the headline for having that.
Randy deserved it.
I think he might lose. Why do I think that?
This was
because
a
CM
vintage
Punk is
Huskies
champion.
performance.
You know what I'm saying? CM Punk just became at
Regardless, the outcome
I don't think
today,
not
teams
even
are
some
still
championship.
too quality.
I think that
The sport is as healthy as ever.
that's gonna be a feud between those two companies because of the next chapter of wrestling.
Coming out on first down with play fake.
And then Randy might get that bitch at a pay-per-view and shit like that.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
I would love him to win that
Trying to
Super
keep
Bowl.
that sack from wrecking this drive here on
I
second
would love
and
to see Randy
15.
get that new championship. I just don't Randy do shit.
Well, this quarterback, I think, is earned the right to take shots here.
Yeah, he got. I forgot that Randy. It's so different because Randy not even dirty fighter no more. He can't even steal no more. That nigga was almost smiling and
He's
shit.
going to hit those throws.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Lost one on that last
Randy
one.
can't
in
hear
second
me
and
or
11.
Fireworks and shit. Come on, Randy.
Nowhere close on that one.
Fireworks, that was legendary.
And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains.
Man, if Randy busts out with the old theme song one of these times, like how John Cena did with the Thugonomics.
Long and he'll try to throw
Boy,
for it.
nigga, the whistle will go crazy.
And the incomplete pass
Bust out with the
down.
how good the
Puntee makes his way onto the field.
And the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far. And that time, just not able to hook up his quarterback.
I used to love those the Pyro Rings that Randy used to have. I used to always have them bitches on they didn't create a player, bro. Cat.
Back to throw, it's Patterson.
Bitches was hard as fuck.
It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it
I
at
used to always go for those.
back to pass on second down.
Paul about the
It's
entrance.
Gideon.
His
They bring
entrance
down not before he gets a first
What
down.
they gonna do?
They used to run to the ring.
Here's a timeout.
And everybody else was basically there walking to the ring type shit.
Okay.
Running back searching for a
I
hole.
like the Chris Jericho. He was trying to smack a fan and
And
shit.
he'll lose a yard on that one.
I like that.
Well, the
35.
defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again.
But never look used to look right on a motherfucking creative player.
Finds his big tight end.
I think he got the MVP or shit. Come out. And like, it just don't look right with the little in the shit.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Y'all want my nigga doing this.
Unloads to the right. Balls it
And I'm coming playing in the background.
in. 45. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Can't do it.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play and he got it at the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having himself
I don't know why they
a
never
day.
dropped it.
Over 200 yards in
I
the
mean, they
first
changed
half.
it to 2K.
It was hard enough for Palmer to get over
They
200
don't
in a
have to
game.
be
More or less in the first half.
Eternity.
Makes the grab. It's Sampson. They get it on the ground late in the half. They have the first
We
down
gotta
to the
run. We
41.
gotta run with that. Oh my
One first
god.
down coming before juice boxes and orange slices.
Gotta
Must
get
go
that
up
bitch
top
after
on
the
first
6th.
down. Got his man.
Oh yeah.
Excellent job rallying to the ball and he knocked him
We can
down.
most definitely win.
That's going to wrap up the
This
first
game dropped like we got
Join
today.
Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces.
I know that
And
bitch.
this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something,
It's been like 2-3
anything out.
years.
Take some chances, get
We gotta
creative.
upgrade.
Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game. Right now, they're like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
I didn't know these have 25.
Yeah, I'm not 25. We'll play Rose on the cover, right? That's what I'm saying. 25.
Thanks for that.
Because you had 24.
Yeah, we skipped the year, bro.
They skipped the year in 2020. They skipped the year in 2021.
We skipped the year in 2021.
On the move from inside his 5.
I don't think we got the one. Yeah, we didn't get the one with Roll Ray.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments are maybe adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something. I think running the football is an attitude. Like it's hard to feel offense. Running back, same thing. I think they need more than a second half.
You know, and I think you got to hear this defense. Big statement. I know you guys went at halftime. You can run the balls. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you just like the first 30 minutes.
I can't wait for sure.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this go, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
How about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play in the 40.
Oh, this is
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Patterson. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that creation. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Kitty. And the defense.
oh man, they got a real storyline on
Short
this.
game there.
Real storyline.
The Aggies come to the line on third and short, hoping they can draw the line. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try
It's
to
a
pick it
direction.
up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle of his bounce. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there. They don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
You gotta get touchdowns, man. That's the defense that really gets yards down, making field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. They're getting threes. We need 6.
Power through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as his defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes his man miss. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They need it, but he still
This
got the
nigga
first
trying
down.
to score at all costs.
Defense
Beautiful.
lost to show heat, trying to confuse the quarterback. On the
Like,
option,
this is
Patterson.
crazy.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up first without scoring. Lewis to throw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard
he done fucked this
line. They
shit. Oh,
threatened
no.
deep in the red zone.
Say,
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. We'll take a break to check him
there
out.
he is out there. Look at there he is.
Looking to throw. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Absolutely nowhere goes. His defense makes a third down stop. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
It's crazy.
Send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Rushes on him.
Let's go.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, trying to throw the football downfield. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on that.
Oh, he's got some space.
Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. On first down from their own 22. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure.
Gashing the knee on the right.
Real.
Snares it with those big hands and strolls into the end zone for the touchdown.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the third quarter, march down the field, score. There's no end in sight.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Man, I used to take them slide kicks to the crib.
Here he comes with a return.
Man.
He smashes his way through again.
Straight to the
Yankees offense will have another go at it. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
What's happening?
If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or whoever's better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Mason steered out of bounds and off the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
This is supposed to be a stat thing, you know. Waiting.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Off the play fake on first down. Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake.
Oh, we can't get there.
Pulls it in. It's Jackson.
Ooh, I did not like you breaking tackles, bro.
He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it.
Why we can't tackle the first nigga?
Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Wants to throw. It's Patterson. Trying to set
Oh my
up the
God.
screen. Quick spin on the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced. We check out their numbers after three.
Oh, it was in there. The safety was over there.
Boy. Start panicking.
The first down in the final period of this one.
Interestingly enough, what is this? This is close. Interestingly enough, it appears that Cardi B rolled up with Stephon Diggs after Stephon Diggs at the Super Bowl. He rolled like side kicks or one of like offsets, old side kicks, or trend.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23 in his D would love to force a field goal try.
And in his show, he had 6 big shots. He got side 60, he got
Oh, my God.
I got that guy. But he's one of those people that just has a name that in major cities, they're like, oh, he's nowhere to go. Everybody knows about him, right? So it's like, again, there's nothing wrong with like, I was judging that. But this idea that, you know, party, he does just like, receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch. You gotta start holding her down. Like, this type of guy, you like fun. You like
It's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down.
Like, community thing,
Mercyy had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one.
He brought
Looking to throw on first down. Dances away by time.
This used to be
Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with the no-right team going down.
All these bitches out here, bro. Y'all wanna fuck on these same 4 bitches.
Why does your new man?
That's dumb as
Give
fuck.
yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36.
She's chilling with his mama. You know, and I keep saying, mamas always have like a favorite home. It looks like she might be favorite home. And what it is, so Marty gets over there, she's spending $2 million on some parties. She's like, I'm gonna turn up.
Running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football. At a moment, they need when everything's
Last
going
3 years they're there. Which is
Trying to overcome that last play on
absolutely
second and
15.
15.
That fuck. And Cody's sitting around like, oh, fuck this guy up. It's like a family reunion. Who's had this community day? Whatever race party is, I think they'll be in the games with your Mavericks.
He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right.
Don't really see them together afterwards. Very dancing parties. I'm out of here. Even as like this clip where people was like, yo, we know shit wasn't good with her. And the dude went right before the game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man.
Smack that bitch out the ear. What?
Good luck.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and 14. Dropping back, it's Patterson. Catch in the middle, it's Gideon. And they'll knock him down. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
She says it sassiest, I don't fuck with you matter. And people just gotta realize, like, okay, this is not good, right? Cardi B, that fun.
On third and short, they'll give it to the tight ends. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own. And the Aggies come to the line.
Did you see it?
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just get the first down on the ground. When it comes tempo, you've got to get lined up.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Gideon. Stopped at the 37 after a 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, got to turn the page. Just be up an explosive play through here. Here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, there was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Also, was playing the whole time, playing the whole video game in there.
From the gun, he'll try to throw forward on third down. Finds a man in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Most important part of the clutch drive. Piece together some first down. Get in position. And here they are on first down. Here comes the heat. Gets it out fast. That throwing catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. He can't get it around on a 1st and goal. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal.
He had said something about like Offset, and I was just like, yo, hey, listen, it looks crazy, and you know, kind of like
they are controlling the ball 9 play of the drive. Lewis wants to pass. Sets up the screen. He's going for the line. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Man, the grab and then get the rest in 7
And it's decision time now because you scored the touchdown. You're down the line. Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Now the ball is space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got the first down and still on his feet. Turns it on in midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And his offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. And they try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. Well, they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got the back over there. Brought down to the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
And the harsh reality of all of that is that
they're trying to slow that rush down with the ball. Pulled down to the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Vader. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd down, 3 yards, red zone opportunity.
I'm gonna lie to you, that nigga did all that. You make that much damage on sick.
Gives it on the outside. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
It's all tight. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them.
That's what she like, bro. Y'all don't keep the room, y'all don't peep the shit.
Closer to the goal line, let's bleed some clock.
She like that nigga that got money and little hoes.
You're not almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for
She think she can save him. She think she can just pull it in and oh man, I'm not gonna be doing that no more. I swear I'm not fucking with these bitches. Like, bro, I don't understand why bitches be feeling like that, bro. Like, you will never. Like, if a nigga pulling hoes, bro, you will never get a nigga to straight up just be like, no. If he pulling bitches that's better than you, you will never get a nigga to say, I'm straight.
9 more time, 1 stop, less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing.
The extra point is good, and now the score there by a touchdown and an extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody staying in their lane and stop him at the 16. The New Mexico Mexico State offense returns to the field.
The Tigers
Okay, one possession game, got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground.
Gotta be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, I think because of that, David, offensively, you gotta have a plan. You gotta know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter, and who can make the big catches here at the small windows.
40-yard dash, or give him another 10 years in the NFL. You are not an additive to the fight. I see what everything's moving. Trust me, what women don't really understand. He gets a chick, yo, I know what it's coming up. There's just some bum-ass bitch that just be like, leeching from section to section in Miami. And he loves fucking around. So it's like,
you want to talk about building
you're already
confidence,
for $300 million competing with a bitch who's subject to be section.
plays at the
You
right
should already know it's an unbelievable
rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has
All
guys
they care
that
about
have
is the
played a
beat.
lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of those. They've lost close games
I'm
like
keeping
this
a
in the
beat with
past.
him.
That wasn't the
Get
case today, David. Too many
got
guys.
great personality, you're successful. But when you look at the bank account, he ain't one for nothing. He good. Cardi B, with all due respect, I'm not trying to bring this up to have a crash out. Maybe I should bring this up. I've been told. I'm not going to use a person because people are like, oh, she needs a man who ain't in this. Like a former gangbanger or something. She's like, Cardi, one of them girls who love like real niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the prototype of Cardi B, she don't want no nigga who look too square. Like, she want like a nigga who look like he shot somebody, sold some drugs. You know what I mean? So she need like a reform nigga, a former felon. A nigga on parole. But he not fully broke. But he got no name in terms of he's a fucking superstar that bitches are begging to suck his penis. That's what she needs. Yo, Cardi, I'm gonna keep it being with you. I love you. And I've always said I think you do look the best of his bitches. He got about 700. I think you look the best, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen some of his bitches. They're bad as shit. I can't even lie. Yo, let me tell you. One thing I gotta give that nigga credit. That nigga's bitch is bad. Like, you'll see 2 or 3 of that nigga's bitches and be like, I don't understand why you fucking these girls on the side. Yo, Cardi, that bitch
you know it's fucked up when a nigga say that shit.
But that, yo, his side chicks are bad. I gotta give it a beat. No, I'm serious. Yo, I've seen the nigga. Like, I've been around and it'll be like, oh shit, that's Stephon Diggs' side chick. I'm like, who's your side chick? Oh, she loves him. Like, she ordered that watch. I'm like, what? This bitch is gorgeous. I'm like, oh shit.
Damn.
Okay. Nigga got the taste.
Like that. God,
got the taste. So I would say,
looking at that
Cardi,
motherfucker
I
like,
think
damn,
he's the #1 spot, but it's not like he's fucking a bunch of ugly ducks. The type of bitches he's fucking, I can see why. I can see why.
This fan base eager to show everyone what the
I'm gonna keep it 100. The difference between Stephon Diggs and like Jay-Z and Tiger Woods, when you see the bitches they were fucking, you're like, yo, why you cheat on your girl with that? Yo, bro, this is why you ain't 444. You cheated with that? Yo, you with Beyonce, gang? Crazy.
Okay.
Yo, Tiger, how the fuck you cheated with 18 hoes and they're all threes? What? Stephon Diggs, yo, it's like I know
exactly how that heater shake off. It be like that.
Money, girl.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sampson.
I'm like, hey,
taking the touchback. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He was good out in the field. He's been down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in the this game.
I wish I could say,
Defense
damn,
has
man,
to
I'm
have
telling
a plan
you,
for him,
girls,
David.
stop.
It'll be interesting to see how they try to
That
defend
nigga
him.
side
That's
is
the problem. It's so
Right.
hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him.
Well, I know
Because
Cardi B,
how do
she
you treat
fucking
him as
sky like
everything? And they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him.
Like, damn, boy, every single time.
You want to slow him down. Like, make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for
These
him.
niggas be
Once you
winning
know
every
he's going to
time.
get in.
Yo, well,
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Stephon Diggs is going through the
All right,
drive.
nothing flashy there. He just did what he took to get the first down.
Bad, got nice eyes, beautiful lips. That nigga will be getting his dick sucked like everybody would be by that girl that night. She don't gotta be worth $300 million. She can be worth $300.
That's the difference. That is the difference.
For Cardi B, she's competing with every 21-year-old that even if she worked at Checkers. If she stand outside of Chick-fil-A with the little iPad saying, "What's up? My name is so-and-so. Can I take your order?" You know what I mean? She's still competing. It's unfortunate for women. Because
Nice job by the
Cardi
quarterback.
B,
Pre-snap and
after
post-snap.
she dated
He knew the
Offset, I
defense was going
guarantee
to
she
be
walked
playing
in the
zone
club,
coverage.
she
And there
was
was
the
no
brokest.
doubt in his
She's probably
mind
like,
where he was
"This
going with
nigga
that football.
brokest, I'm out of here. Oh my God, brokest."
See, and that's fucked up.
She don't fuck with regular niggas. She only fuck with ballers.
If you don't want to boss a nigga up, you gonna be getting cheated on for the rest of your life. Because you are at the stage right now, nigga. You gotta boss a nigga up.
Offset with his new chick. I don't
Guys
know
in the
where
backfield now, it's not just run the ball down.
Dominican
You got to
Republic,
be
they got one
versatile.
of
I got to be able
those.
to trust him in the pass game. I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
I seen Offset me, girl.
And here comes the offense on second down.
This is the one that keep beating up the other one.
The give from the gun. Finds open space.
Like, she got to fight a bitch over Offset.
He's got him set
She
up in
moving like,
business at the
she's trying to
35 with
get
the first down.
Damn.
There's nothing better than opening drive,
Well, you know,
coming out
These are your
as an away
competition out here,
team,
Cardi. Like,
everyone's got all
wow.
that excitement, all that energy, and being able to
The
run
only
the football
person
and
you can
physically
get
exert
to get
yourself
Offset
to
is
start a
Dylan
football game.
is Stephon Diggs.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35.
Offset gonna be with this chick.
Might as well give it to him again. Right there to stop him.
It's just always a pretty ass face with a fat
Looks
ass.
as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break
Always.
to check him out.
Cause man, I swear to you, bro, bitches just don't
At the
understand,
end of
bro.
the day, man, a nigga don't care what's in your bank account.
Niggas
man.
just like the motherfucking attraction.
The best.
The look.
And you're the less.
Niggas just like the look.
Yo, here's the thing.
Not many
We're going
hiccups
to
on this
attack
drive, but it's
the
2nd and 13 now.
Damn, that's why you was gotta throw me in the mix. Yo, Offset, my bad, Danny. Yo, put it like this. Offset got a younger chick. She looks just about the same.
And they're in
I don't think I like the party. No. There's a lot to say. I don't think she got no kids. She probably shut down with twice as long. And what was the last thing?
on 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down.
And she probably let you.
And this defense has forced him into 4th
She
down.
probably heard that Offset was fucking sweet and was just like, okay, so what? You know what Cardi would done? Cardi's in the club and hitting Serena with an ice bucket. Bitch! Yo!
What the fuck type of toe was that?
She got a younger chick, no kids. Probably got a much prettier chick, and she got a less
Week was to take it rather
and she got it just like,
forget about it. David House got bounced back.
a woman can't flex with a man. A woman got to flex with, she's more lit, she's more successful. Offset go platinum,
Turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Just please get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn over again. You're going to put this losing streak to another digit at the top.
Yeah, I agree. I think there were two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job of being patient. I think the West would also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that control passing game going
Damn,
early,
Shane.
get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happens.
That was your turn.
Through his hand, they came out attacking, wanted to impose their will,
I promise you, I
and
thought
they
it was your
missed a big
turn.
chance on that one. FIU will line up the punt. They'll have to punt for the
Smart
first time
man.
this
His chance, man. Let me.
Guess
Just let my nigga hit one time.
hoping he's
not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked 4 times. They'll get
Tell
down
you.
and put a stop to a return at about the 28-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down and more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st
Wait, why
down.
people try to do your podcast? I think she's an amazing
Sings it
podcast. I just
complete
want
to
to
the
know
right.
that.
Still on
Bring
the
her to
air.
start with it.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get into the 33-yard line.
Oh, it's always one of them type of niggas.
Get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be
Like, I don't care about what y'all talking about, man. I swear, as long as y'all niggas, bro. Damn. My nigga Smart just can't be up in there with the bumps on.
These slot wide receivers,
See it, up the nose, you see the nigga nose here.
make sure that I got somebody inside of him, I got somebody outside. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the game. They got that speed.
Why that bitch can't come on 7 mile then? Goddamn. Why that bitch can't come on 7 mile?
Is this your podcast? I can see it.
Sounds crazy. I gotta talk
So
about
we going against the system.
By the way, I just want to say, I think
Find a little rhythm here in the second.
female talent in terms of being a warrior and being able to express yourself. Like, no, my personality involves whatever it is the plot of the content. But I think you throw again. And like people like this girl from Mom Daddy and Mother Daddy, I know unless you want to listen to Bushmouth, like get involved by fucking Young Miami, like my score.
Young Miami fumbled the bag, man. I haven't seen Young Miami since the team in so long, man. They used to always talk about that motherfucker. She fumbled the bag.
Breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a
She
little
wasn't
more
just
space.
dropping like every day or every week. She was dropping like every
I
month.
appreciate even
Every
you
other
letting
month
me
and shit like
and
that.
with your son.
That's why when she won
And he
podcast,
set for the point after to be the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Good job.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors.
Every time she dropped, he used to make a
This
space.
nigga could conquer a single mother.
Can't remember what that one boy doing. Talking about that Diddy shit, trying to cover up the Diddy shit. Like, no, they just stop doing it.
You ever see a bad bitch? You gotta keep water. This nigga.
Could have been the next Oprah. That's what you said you wanted to be. This is her quote, y'all. This is not me just saying this shit. She said she wanted to be the next Oprah.
She's sucking, you know. She's looking for a step forward, father step up like here.
My nigga Kevin Gates took his turn.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Rory.
What happens, bro? It's not what happens.
Caught in the backfield is Brown. They make the stop.
This is my favorite part.
So I'm just happy that I just got to chill with your son.
Big extra yards with that
I wouldn't raise your son. Like, what you mean you wouldn't raise? Come on, man.
And just
from the gun, the running back has it.
and
They get
then
him
Crazy.
down. It's the first down for
It's that running back doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
I'm just trying to fool.
their own 22.
I never
Just
tell
need
y'all.
to know what that pussy like, so one time is follow me.
Kevin Gates got married to the bitch just to fuck her and then got divorced. I'm like, damn. This nigga is crazy.
Yeah, the bitch out the prison.
Play action.
This man is crazy.
He's got it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I mean, with this
I got me Steven Jackson with the last time I got
first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here, this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
I mean, it's Steve Jackson said, "Man, you ain't signed this thing up? Oh yeah, we stopped this whole
First down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's it.
And the Panthers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
That was the worst thing you could have said to them.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Mandatory.
Solid run on the last play. Gets
Said
it
the nigga
solid
got
for
it.
first
Ooh,
down.
boy.
Green news is mandatory unless both parties agree to not sign.
Oh man, you should have seen this shit that just happened.
Before the defense makes
Man,
a stop.
this is one woman that question
Man down
one.
on the plays, the officials take a break to
Basically,
let
she
him be
got
checked
married
out.
to a man, right? Basically, it was like this little African man standing there, and she rich as hell.
Drive moving.
So the nigga basically, you feel, got married to this woman for about a good, I say about a good 6 months to a year. 6 months to a year. Got a divorce to the point she got alimony for $40,000 a month for the rest of the time until she get married.
You got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw
$40,000 a month in alimony. I was so hurt for that nigga. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas just getting set up for these situations, bro. Y'all niggas just sit there and don't care. I really want it. And it don't work out. And it's like, oh, man. Hey, bro, that shit, I just doing that shit.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take a timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Running play to the left. In the end zone here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, Dan. The quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big bodies. You can win in contested situations here.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. Third and long, no expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing an incompletion, setting up for it.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now Ravens playing for.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, man, right down the middle. That obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Now a lot of space to be found.
Man, so I was telling you this. That was the first thing you did.
They come to the line.
No risk. Walking.
I mean, 29.
158.
They'll start this drive going to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll get it to about the
Boy, I really like the whole shit. I'm
down.
When they get the first down there on the screen, I love the offensive line there. Allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beat, that they were going to get the sack.
There you go.
He's so crazy, man. I swear to you, it's like, wow. He's so good, man. It's just like, bro, I accomplished so much. I'll be like, man, bro, I'm crazy. It's like, bro, you can do this shit about like 3-4 months.
He can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
He's brought it down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still make sure it's first down. Second down for this offense.
Man, that nigga came through, man. Dropped out the beans. I was looking like, man, that beans look familiar.
They drag him down, but not before he
Really, you see, I'm like, oh.
pass is effective.
I'm like, that'd be funny if
Quick
that's like,
timeout from the
funny
offense
if
to
that's not
save
too.
precious seconds.
Jump out the car. I'm like, 16, that's crazy. I'm in my car just chilling. Hey, right there, my car, I said, what is this? I said, we're gonna go back and shit. And they got the fuck about here.
Man, great touch.
Hey, right there, nah, man.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Better than the middle, David, and who saw paid out there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead. The defense defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum and just got everybody really jacked up at halftime.
What happened with this brand that emerged and saw a lot of sudden breakout success and then just fumbled the ball, I think. Let's just back up and recap.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
It took
He's first down battle at his own 19-yard line. Excellent job of coverage on that one.
with portal guns.
We need seconds in the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be.
Really well. At least
hard, but then you got originality.
started as just like a school project.
That's all I like that. It's like two things that they mix up together. That sounds good. It's y'all basically mixing some shit up and then basically making some type of personality mix. Originality.
On consoles is what
Deep down the right side. He can haul it in incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half.
Of course.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway.
They had to put in a queue whenever like player capacity would reach too high. And sure, things were slow, and I think people were
And
getting
he takes
frustrated
this
with
from
that.
inside the 5.
Something there,
And
right?
good work by the Cubs team to knock down the return man.
Could still be done right.
And finally, you get to back in the Panthers. We send the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions, don't just a reporter in order to build some early momentum.
Keep in mind, because you only got so many possessions here.
I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy. They came out with Halo 5. Like, nigga, I remember Halo 4, but Halo 5?
Right back to the line of scrimmage for
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
I gotta be crossed at that point. It's like you can't survive at this.
all season long. We've been
You
watching
can't survive in this fucking environment now. Without crossplay.
rush defense in the entire country with a big
And microtransactions. But it's not me saying it's just a fact. You gotta have some type of microtransactions.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and he's getting away. Under fire! Got it in the middle of his line. He's going to go about 5 yards short of the line of game.
So many studios.
And if I were you, will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
How much $100 million is, even if that's just like runway for the future, right? Expedition 33, which was like praised for being a smaller team,
That nickel return sets up the offense and it gains 70 yards on the punt.
cost less than $10 million.
And the offense takes over and tip into its batting long
It was
plays.
$160 million.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gonna try to pop one on the screen. Nice pickup here. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Essentially
The
trying to
defense has got to be able to make a play at some point during the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have your takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than that. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go.
all first-person shooters.
Great for this young man, but he can't show what he can do at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal for the second. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
Because maybe they should have just sold out and sold their studio off to a bigger publisher that would have offered them money. And it's crazy, like I know
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
They're closed.
Looking for just one more yard in second and goal. Makes the catch. He's in for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're being hard.
All they had to do was go down the list of name features and Caleb Reach had and make sure that their new team had that. And that's the thing.
Everything he's doing is popular. Defensively, you gotta figure yourself out. You gotta try to do something here with it. Bring more pressure. At this rate, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody.
As a
Look for
popular
results.
as
Everything else is working out.
all of the short
They're running from the gun.
It then drops to the pin. You know,
Good call call. Good execution as they move the chains and they have the first down to the 38. And the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38.
It wouldn't even have to been a long campaign.
They're going to ride this running back.
Single player first person campaign.
A confident, healthy Fisher run gets up to the 44. The Panthers, with myriad options at that may pick up on first down.
Experience, build out the universe, and then have like a
He's the tight end. Stop him to the 46-yard line, but gave him 10 yards and the first down. Here's his offense with a fresh half down.
IP and their identity, rather than doing some sort of branding with Splitgate 2 to make it seem even more easy.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. It's a trailer that tells us to mark out the 33. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the road first and 10. Burbank on the keep. You'll take this.
Exactly what I was saying. Like, it just sounds like y'all mixing two games together and y'all just basically just trying to do this shit for like $100. It sounds like y'all putting no type of personality in there. One nigga that basically which that's a good concept, but you ain't got no type of main character, you ain't got no storyline to get niggas hooked onto it. You just basically going straight online.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Yeah, video games need substance. Even though if niggas don't play it, it's like niggas don't play it. But video games do need
And this is
substance.
going to be incomplete on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try to field goal. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Out from the desperate to 15.
They relaunched the game, and look at this player base. It is not good. And they made a statement about the player base. And they're like, yeah, every player numbers on Steam.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started.
But like they killed all of their own hype when they
On the run from inside zone 5.
and then launched it again.
And the returner is brought down, but there's a flag on the
I
play.
think it's too late to turn this around unless like they're cooking up something crazy that nobody sees coming. I wouldn't be surprised if we
So
find
the
out
decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field.
I'll be thrilled if they can make something really awesome.
Throws to the wideout. Complete. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
With it way longer than we
Looks
expected.
as if we have an injury on that last play. We'll take a break to check him out.
Once you get past the first few matches, this
From
one
the shotgun, the inside kid.
built around cutting
Good job running off and behind his pants as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
big jump.
We've got a lead here in the fourth quarter. There's certainly still plenty of football to go. This is where you want to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the beat.
Under pressure, and now he goes at the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Now the toss. He's not going to make it one job on his defense to stop him in his tracks. When they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Cards on fourth down, and he's still going. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter.
So if you want to check out
Breaks the tackle.
Urban Heat using the link in the description,
Inside the 45. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got down to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Nowadays, it's pretty common for gameplay to be shown off at like the
Big
stage of
play
game or
offense and has him threatening now first and 10 from the 25.
It's nothing like that. And Ubisoft has
Unloads
earned
it
a
back.
reputation for doing
They needed a big play and they got it. And the first
First down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Initially, they unveiled Watch Dogs at E3 2012 as a PS3, Xbox 360, and PC title. And this was going to be a new IP by Ubisoft, and it was going to be a big open world game. And it was going to directly go
After taking another look at which remember game the officials are to outright where you'll stand. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. He'll keep it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but his defense is taking some punches.
It's a nice job on this defense. That QB is like their offense options. He's going to like add a lot of that.
And he's in the end zone for a touchdown. They built this lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The block, the offensive line,
find that hole, slip through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. They put a lot of vision because the block was outstanding.
He was looking for pressure, but then he found as he stopped at 23. Guys, FIU ready for back to work on offense. Just waiting to kick the field goal last time they had it. And they get the ball back and knock him down back at the 16. Oftentimes in play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, or you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass the ball longer. It's the sack play in front of the defense is going to be tough. It's just right. Grant behind the line. But he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. FIU's coaching tower just turned off and hit the way. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Gonna try and get him himself. Gotta protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it up there. Enough for a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The offense is struggling. They're not going to win this game. Trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off for next week. And after an explosive win like that, maybe they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Why don't they do like
confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Get paid.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance to stop cold as soon as he got it. Here on 3rd down. Looking downfield and he needs to punch. Just too much of a rush and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
To make sure that their consoles don't
on 4th down, looking to pass. He holds one deep on the left side. Touchdown, FIU! This is guys going He's really with that as a quarterback. You've got to find your best matchup. If you just take the first down, he has a guy one-on-one, he took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score. That's why they call them the EFT. They're able to secure the onside kick. Offensive bunch formation.
If you look at their stock price over the past 5 years, it's at the
looking downfield on 1st down. Allen comes out hot down the right side. Oh, it's clocked, and that deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Back up now here, 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll respond to the move. And here's the mindset for your offense. First and foremost, you've got to usually obviously you're in football, but just be aware that it's not going to snap to your leads. Probably just your safe presence inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't
13 is a retro era?
They'll snap this one for the 32. It's 1st down.
Retro era was like 2000.
Specifically, a game series that started its development in
The give to the running back from the shotgun. There's a 1st down. Quick timeout call by the defense. Stop
Look at that, it's right there in the red zone. It's honestly a real-time game. I don't know how to explain Pac-Man to you guys. What am I doing? So when Pac-Man literally comes out Pac-Man user in the early 1980s, well, you all now, almost elsewhere, specifically on the Atari 2600, bringing out the gaming industry is so interesting to me. Because Atari was like, oh, we're going to license this out so the console version can be made. This is dire. And you know, when we normally read about stories like this, and we do research on stories like this, we go like, okay, was Atari looking for a developer, and maybe this guy in college one guy who said maybe how to program games. Now, the biggest force for this as to how playing Pac-Man and trying to figure out how it worked and went from there. But of course, the arcade system had a lot better tech than Atari 2600 had, and Atari wanted to use a smaller 4 kilobyte ROM cartridge instead of like the 8 kilobyte ones that were out there. So ultimately, Atari could come up with like a lot of interesting redesigns to try to get as much but when it was time for the game to release, Atari was pretty aggressive. Commercials and whatnot. He gets it past the 30 and they'll get it about 30. Selling over 1 million cartridges in less than a month, which is
damn.
Mind you, it would pass
Maybe
up
first
Space
month?
Invaders for the best-selling Atari game, and it would actually hold on to be the best-selling video game of all time. Using the quick game, they stopped it almost immediately. It was a really big deal in 1982. The magazine, there was Electronic Games, which ran all the way to 1997. It was its first ever review, and it was, of course, Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. The game wasn't received all that well because at one day it was a lot clunkier. What can you expect? This original arcade cabinet, but at home, and when you actually load up the game, we all had this with games. I'm sure if you played games back in the day, or something, and I picked up James Bond with the Game Boy. I was expecting GoldenEye, Game Boy, and it looks like this. Unfortunately, is playing the gaming industry.
Let me play a Pokemon.
This is Pokemon. Pac-Man differs slightly from the original. Slightly is a crazy way to word this. Now, a lot of people refer to this Pac-Man as not only like number 9 on this drive, what led to that huge video game crash in 1983, because all of a sudden, like, players out there weren't confident in the quality of the game that was put out. Because you have this expectation, especially for like just have a game that ends up being like not good, a devastating disappointment in one regard, because a lot of ultimately did, hit the gaming industry very hard. The Atari 2600 was rough. I mean, this Pac-Man was released in 1982, and there was a Pac-Man Junior at some point also. The Atari 5200 got Pac-Man board, and that one at least looked like Pac-Man, so that's pretty good.
After that earlier sack.
World of Warcraft over a
Looking to throw and he needs a bunch.
It's been almost 2 decades I've been playing World of Warcraft.
Working in the last 4 years, I've seen a lot of
Yeah, that's how that shit look now?
FIU
Shit, I know that shit was pixels.
back to the world. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Amazon Game Studios?
Looking to take a shot.
That's crazy. Amazon Game
Players still great deal of confidence, almost as smug as they would have had to figure out these guys on the field because they knew factions or whatever. It wouldn't have been like the classic traditional fetch quests and stuff like that other MMOs had, but instead you were supposed to be the story, and the community would have created the story. Like they would have shaped the land, and then within there lies the story. And since New World wasn't gonna have any traditional classes, the story of your own character could change at any point, because you were able to just equip a different weapon, and then your playstyle changes from that. It's like class fluid. And as far as the combat goes, it would have been Souls-like or Souls-light, because while you had to aim, dodge, and time your hits, there was no parry or anything like that. But still, this was another thing that was different from like the mainstream MMOs like World of Warcraft, where you just had to click buttons in order to do like your combination of spells and stuff like that. But another thing that was much like Souls games was that if you die, you lose all your loot, because other players would have just been able to loot your dead body. It was supposed to be the first AAA sandbox MMO, a very niche hardcore genre. And I guess at first Amazon Game Studios didn't realize that the hardcore players that would have been into this were that niche. So about a year before launch, they kind of panicked and tried to turn the game into a more standard MMO so they could get a wider appeal. And they would end up toning it down, like they removed the thing where you would lose all your loot when you die, and they made PvP optional. And since they had to scramble to change a bunch of stuff, they would delay the game for a year. And there was like a couple more times they delayed New World for like a couple weeks or something, but I don't know, it's not that important. But the hype was still there, and when the game released in late 2021, it had the biggest launch in years, with almost 1 million players on Steam. And this was despite the launch servers being absolutely horrible. Like, there was massive queues, and people waited for hours to get into the game. There was screenshots floating around of someone being in queue number 24,000 or something. And while the hype drove the player numbers up, it started crumbling pretty quickly. Since they did end up shifting course, they would add quests and dungeons, but since it was all done very late in development, it was very undercooked. But it was a massive world, the campaign was super thin, and the quests were spread out. So players spent like 80% of the time just walking through this empty map with nothing to do, to go kill 10 boars in a forest 10 minutes away. And fast travel was locked by the rare currency, and there were no mounts in the game at this point. And while they removed some sandbox elements, they wouldn't remove others. Like the incredible running into the tunnel was very buggy and unfinished. People quickly found duplication glitches, and they would just duplicate gold and high-end materials, which meant that recurrency will flying field destroyed the motivation for a really nice job at getting the field down there and make sure they limit that returns. The game itself has all ridiculous bugs. Invisible by training around team has impact based on the creation, looking for a specific way to get the impact in. I'm crazy for things like speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really good. Just finding guys that are OP, guys that will lead. It's nice to have those guys that are going to lead the team and the best player.
Part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates. We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
You got a quick line.
It is big
Down through the air. The short hands, it's fair. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The game first. So they spent about a year reworking things like the good story, but there was a long crossing crawl for anyone who actually was actively playing.
And people have received on the same page, they just seem to understand the concepts of easy pitch, easy catch.
But the end game was still very weak, and it would be a fun for any player if they stuck with the game where they had nothing to do. And what they was like to just drop the game. So the player base just kept dying. So 2025 they decided to throw in last February. They decided to pivot the game entirely and see if a console launch would do anything to revive the player base. And it was very hard. Firstly, they really downplayed World the first, and while he still had the New World title,
Man, his defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option. And that is the quarterback. If he gets loose, he gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this score.
Where things like swimming
And the defense settled in to stop that commercial game.
as I said, the rules essentially
On second and long way to go.
as a console since the PC player base had mostly left.
It's weird.
Also,
They may stop trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
They eventually made the
This opening drive, methodical, efficient, they'll step up for the ninth time on third and short.
They announced that
Quarterback on the keep.
was the last game for the game.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark out the 9. We're going to be first and goal.
Plan to revive the game with a console launch also failed, and the whole pivot and rebranding
They'll try to get it in with a run.
just a waste of time and money.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Getter? Is that the right word?
Now the offense tries to push it on second and goal.
Peaks over 1,000 players on Steam. It's just insane to see
I
like,
didn't
the number
emotion
of
see
like,
how the
almost
D
a million
reacts.
all-time peak next to the thousands.
This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Players helped in this game.
Man, the last thing you want after throwing the ball, moving it down the field, is to have the 7 for a field goal attempt. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Mercyy! First strike through the air for the score.
And that is
Organization by the offense. First drive of the game, matriculate it downfield, put themselves in a goal situation. On third down, it's not going to be easy throwing it here. Win the matchup, accurate throw,
a spiritual sequel to Gary's Mod. And this game's history dates all the way back
On
to
the move from inside his
2014,
spot.
where Gary Newman himself
Not a
said
lot of
that
space. He found good hustle on the cover scheme and they stopped him at the 21.
in 2017, the game would be officially
And what a
unveiled as
performance. An
Sandbox.
aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he got to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that team play this game, like you can tell, he was seeing it really long coming out. Just touchdowns at will on a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays with you.
It's a good play. It's like you're around his offensive coordinator tried after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the past game just based on what this guy was able to do last time.
Another couple of months, and that's because I think the expectation from the announcement and all of the discussion and knowledge of some of the games actually
They finally get to it. Right there to pick up the first down. And now they moved into the red zone.
The early version of Sandbox actually could have used it in Unreal Engine 4, but then in 2020,
Off the playmaker on first down, wants to throw.
was faced with a decision to
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Makes the point here with time in the game. These two guys, they just share a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that quarterback talk about after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him, he knew what I saw, I knew what he saw, we're on the same page, we've done this before, that chemistry equals big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision, being able to find space and put his team in much better field position. The UConn offense goes back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they walked it down for a touchdown.
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
UConn broke it on.
game assets because originally Gary's Mod utilized a ton of Half-Life 2 assets. Sandbox doesn't
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Is I don't think that that's what Sandbox's intentions are.
He will not make a fair catch. Field goal and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line.
Their own projects, those developers will be able to export their games as a standalone.
They'll run the up the wall and run right.
better job than tackling or in coverage. I know they want to slap the ball away. They can't do it force the ankle.
Players utilize or choose to adopt it.
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they got down close to the end zone. That's his fifth rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Of the year, back when it was still called the Nintendo Revolution, and not many
He'll bring you back from
it
inside his box.
Mostly it was just Nintendo saying they're working on a new console, they didn't show hardware or anything. Then the following E3 in 2005, they showed us the actual console for the very first time. It was still called the Nintendo Revolution. We got a couple more details on what this was going to look like.
The defense wouldn't let Mercyy use the rotation actually
on this Revolution console either. Then finally, at Tokyo Game Show in September, a couple months after E3, they would reveal the Revolution's remote and show people using the motion to presumably play games. But what is important to note here is that it was just actors swinging around the remote. We never actually saw any gameplay or what they're even playing or what games look like on the Revolution. But they were changing in 2006 when we got the very first look at a Revolution game. Yes, it was still called the Nintendo Revolution even then. And they wouldn't actually change the name to Wii until a couple months after this. So what was this first Wii title that we saw?
And this was a Mercyy style game.
Yes, another Ubisoft game.
We're trying to run the football, which is the one that goes with the ball carrier inside, try to bounce it to the outside, that linebacker went too fast, he met him there.
To show off the Red Steel as the very first Wii title. And while
third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Red Steel is
Quickly
a
out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
George Harrison compared Red Steel to the likes of GoldenEye on the N64. Like
Never declined that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. UConn won the prior play.
Really good, like graphically at all. And it made people believe the Wii would be much closer to the PS3 and Xbox 360 power than it actually was.
He gets the block. That's a perfect example of not selling like a fair catch. Pick up every yard you can and hammer it down.
Emotions that match the action alongside the gameplay. And this created the illusion
Goes to the option.
swinging of the sword
No
in the
toss.
game was 1-to-1 like you
He's
saw
out
in
of
the
bounds at the 28-yard line.
scripted sequence or
This offense is just like no game. Like it's just giving time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get into the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
How about that play again? Man in there and force the incompletion. Ball at the 38th, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short.
Because the Wii
To the ground, trying to move the chains.
He
did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Smart gameplay, which was their big
On
selling
4th down,
thing
moving
they
in the
showed off
air.
the most was
Trying to pick up the first down in the field. There we go. Not being easy conversion for this offense. They move the chains on 4th down.
And your swings were
Sometimes you see just catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed what you do. You see the line, don't even get it. Real nice job on the receiver. Second effort, get the extra yards and get the first down.
early screenshots that
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
just wasn't that powerful.
Got stuffed on 1st down and 2nd and 10.
It just didn't
Must
look
go
like
up
they were
top.
measuring because of
No,
all
we're
these
close on that one as he got thrown. Now they face 3rd down.
same numbers as
Trying to pick up a 1st down.
or Rockman.
Motion for the wide receiver.
For the Wii was a great game, but like Call of Duty is a
On
big
3rd down, he
franchise.
drops the throw.
Red Seal was just something
He's
they
got it.
got
How about the Zippers Jr. put on that ball and pick up the 1st down? He'll get a little tighter here in the red zone.
Red Seal 2 was critically acclaimed and technically
To the air on
superior
1st
in
down.
every single way, yet they also sold half
Second
the
deep in his own
copies
end.
of the first one.
He goes down after the short
their first game sales were heavily driven by the pre-release anticipation. And also, with this being a launch title, like, people were buying the Wii, which was expensive, and then they were going out and, buying the Wii as one of the first titles for the Wii. And it's I mean, just pre-launch title.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing to the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll be tackled with there is a flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Here comes the offense on second down.
There's like this noticeable shift with the defensive titles midway through the 2010s because they were hitting like
and he was able to run through one tackle but still only minus 8. This defense is kept them back up now. One more stop and they can get off the field on third and long.
Single-player stories and they were cool.
Swings in downfield. Intercepted. The defense is set up. He'll try to take it back. Field position with the return. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D denied him on second and goal.
Multiplayer Skyrim. And
tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Skyrim perspective, it's not
looking for the touchdown, third and goal. Snagged in the end zone, Velcro on the hands, and it's a touchdown.
Third and goal situation as a quarterback, you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. It's a long time. It is a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Dandy Doom in 2016, right? They put a multiplayer in there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job letting his unit to get around there and make the step on the ID. UConn going back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. There we go. He's in top 40. And it looks as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of the wheel. Steve, the defense finally got him.
They were like,
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. My offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get Kentucky.
Starfield to stop Paul and Starfield to come over and work on the ball.
UConn is now threatening in the red zone.
It wasn't an MMO, which, okay, that scare people didn't really want a Fallout MMO, but the multiplayer, what's the point? Like, I feel like there's nothing you can even do with people and your friends in
He'll keep it himself. Wrestle that was an 8-yard line. They threatened him in the red zone. UConn put the line. Defense is in there about to bring the heat. They're going to swing it on second down.
All the 76 are down.
They will score! Touchdown, UConn! Big time touchdown there to get this much needed momentum.
You gotta find something. Right? If you're gonna go to and make that big play, get you back into it. You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet. But you're starting to get back into it and get some momentum going.
When the media came out, and people went to like play test it, and we realized
from inside his own five. He was looking for some running room, and on the 16th down as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a dying drive late in the half.
24-hour live stream, but we don't know what's happening.
First down to the pocket.
Happening, and Luke, if you're editing this section,
got it behind the line. It's brilliant. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can stack on a little more game. Now on second down.
I think there is going to be some level of backlash.
Rise to back in defense. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling here up to the 35. And see how successful they'll be on first and 10. Pushing downfield on first down. Got it back. Well, that's the precision play all the way around. Catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Line getting second pass.
like sick progress within
It's complete. Still in the street for 45. They finally get him on the ground, and it's your turn to get a big play after the catch. What a dynamic play on that last request from Rio, and they got his first pass from that play 8. Complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. No offense to the line. And off to the shotgun. All downhill, move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here comes the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. Play action on first down. Fires in the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And sometimes you see great shooters, when they get on fire, they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks. Just conviction percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell a complete control of this offense.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the hat.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling their plays, the quarterback is executing. This defense right now, they have power in this
He's looking to throw. Bounces in the end zone for a touchdown.
But how big is that for this offense? What a nice job to be able to get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, going on.
That is as good as one type situations you have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of first half.
Bills does return inside the spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good here by the coverage team. They stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? No sign on the ground, running the counter. And the defense holds the fire. Pick up and call on that play. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. They'll leave it with him. He'll be brought down to 65 play in the half. First half, by timeout, joined quickly on our guys out there seeing that Sunday for the number 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. UConn has indeed up to start the second half.
Which was a major selling point of the next-gen consoles at the time.
Men's side is fine. Not a lot of space to be found so far from the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They keep it around into the third. He is going nowhere. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down and second and 9. Now the play fake. There he goes breaking the punt. And they wanted it all, but they incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Arthur Long, he has the first down. Unknowns to the wideout. Now the second half started. They're really got that return breaking aggressive second exterior.
Rolled around in 2016. Many of those immersive features have been completely cut or very much it was completely sterilized. We saw the
That's a big game. Will the offense right back on the ball, ready to call a play, just go fast.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after cycling his out for a short game. Every turn he begins to step, his offense is step great first down conversion and try to turn it into some sort of fast.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense. It's certainly a drive short in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and 1. You've got to be better to run the football with that situation.
It's going again, South. They cut into that lead from 28-17. We check in with Kevin Quarters. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. His curve is down right now, but this young man is going to show you some moxie today. He goes to the coaching board in the series. It's just a field goal game and trailing 9-3 to Clemson. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us.
How about that? Those guys will be keeping an eye on. They'll line up for a second down play.
I just split it up into 3 dark zones that have like different layouts.
Wants to go up top.
Second game was also kind of
looking left.
Actually, I have played every game that was played over.
And he brought down after a nice game.
It's a nice play call there. You got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you got that lead, they know you're going to run it. You still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really good thinking on that last play call by
Just such a weird thing. So, you're in a unique position. You're not playing a whole bunch one.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Which one I like the same way. The experience of which, but even you.
From the gun, what's the pass?
For the campaign announcement that they did.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down. Doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Get the ball back for Joe in great field position. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 for the 50. Holden fires and waits. Breaks it field. And is able to shed 1 tackle and get to pretty good go. Huskies can win the 2nd down a lot of ways with just 3 yards to go. Tying now in motion.
Big thing that Overwatch 2 is going to be. And back then, they used this as an excuse to
They'll
slow
run
down
play
updates
action.
for Overwatch 1. There was no new content for Overwatch 1 as well.
Posted
So
marker
they
is
were
weird.
kind of left hanging.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Huskies will hustle from the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle, they're giving up the 1st down. They now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he picked up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up.
Everyone in Blizzard was focused on Overwatch 2, or at least everyone on Overwatch 2, and they kept teasing all the technical improvements and saying everything would be bigger and better with Overwatch 2.
Looking to fire.
And continued.
Throws to the wide out. Iron
Shot.
Chaz, the little 10 long is the junior frustrated in this down action. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
2 separate releases, like they're
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch, is rare. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Lucan comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
We just have like a big update for
They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense stops the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Tries to get it again. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. They got the ball on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? Knock down the backfield and now bring up 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play. We'll take a break to check it out. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top.
Damn, bro.
Fired in from the red zone for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable. Knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today.
is he
He's got to
keeps
find a way to make those quarterbacks feel way in front of him.
original PvE
He's
plans,
got it.
and also
Conversion is good.
somewhere
And now
between
they've got a
late
field
2021 and
goal.
early 2022, and they didn't tell anyone until they canceled.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
Over a year.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense making his way onto the field to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs.
And you guys do a better job here, just being better, really in depth on first down
Yeah, it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field, get no points, but they had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Right back to the well. He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play and wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play in 2nd and 10. They'll try to run. Brought down to the 37, but now they're about 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. We're not seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical and trying to stay on the field.
And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
But they shouldn't have. They should have.
Just want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator. Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available for a second.
2077, even though I will stand by this and I will die on this hill, Cyberpunk 2077 at launch was still a lot of fun. I was excited for the game, it came out, and I had a great time with it. And I've talked about this before. We've talked about Cyberpunk before, so we don't need to get into like the nitty-gritty about every little thing that Cyberpunk 2077
Let's see how they start the final period here on second
to
down.
deliver on what they had hyped up, because a lot of the
It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half of first and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Last play didn't go well, at least in the second and 11.
And then there was like this whole like character development angle
Right, doing what he does best, he can move. He goes out of bounds across the 25, looking at the 24, and this defense, it's got his spinning.
Why are they promising that stuff so early on? I think that caused a fraction
From the ground game. Hold down after a nice run there in the red zone of the 19.
This guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's the guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football. He'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well to get a big run.
How about this sophomore stopping being short of the first down line? They're about to snap for the 9th play on this drive, and they need a yard on 3rd down.
I enjoyed it too.
Some serious arm strength shown there.
With that incompletion, now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got to narrowly kick the field goal now, force the opponent to
Come on, how is he can do how, bro? Y'all just be wanting them to do shit like that, bro.
It's still really ambitious. It's not like they just like threw together an asset for it, but
He'll start this drive
probably
fire.
could have handled the marketing a lot better.
Damn, y'all just be wanting niggas to do shit like that, bro. That shit was wide the fuck open.
just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his entire target. We were way too slow. The guy was not open, so I didn't have a chance to beat him.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
More few parkour systems and just like these high fidelity facial animations.
He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker. This defense did a tremendous job not to lose control on the stretch.
They range from game-breaking marks to things like people not having faces and it's just being mouth and eyeballs floating.
I also want to point out that this was the next Assassin's Creed game Xbox on the PS4, but what a time to launch a party game. Because that was right when the Xbox One controls DVR and PlayStation had like the game DVR stuff built in. So how did you get this happen? Like it was easier than ever.
Offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high percentage passes.
This is like really serious. Like, if you on PC, the first down years, the average
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close down the game. Wow, Paul there trying to defense desperately to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Previous with the rating of the life within this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Now Paul there trying to defense desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid to cover 4 on the first down and 2nd and 6.
Never was able to get games. I played the campaigns like this year we did a couple of years ago now. I know
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coverage.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you close. And when the guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he does it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play doesn't feel it, next time he tries to go over there, close footsteps, this will pay dividends.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
That era Battlefield and Bad Company wanting to
Behind the line is Sampson. And maybe you can get back to the line of scrimmage, but no way to that.
generate a lot of hype because
Way distance between you and the next one on 2nd down.
didn't like it as much. So there was like room for something good to come. People were excited for this return to form.
Runs back in Legion on the option. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. 2-minute timeout on the rise, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24.
In the trailer, but there's no campaign.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure.
This was the most interesting thing that I read all day.
Right down the line, and now it'll take a touchdown to increase the target of the second lead.
Like a story.
There's so many more times we're going to see go be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
Just kind of like that. I was reading about it, and it's
Let's
like,
see if he can make a play on the return. He's chased out of bounds inside the
NBA's website. Like that alone.
marking out his own 14-yard line. Not much, trying to get
Oh, you want to say this is
Boy, this drive up.
what are we doing, guys? Like, the game is getting like a lot of attention because of its back.
Just gets rid of the defense grabs the football. Here we go. The defense making the play, driving the dagger with that ball recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock.
Like, the smallest amount
Great
of
place to start for this offense.
the amount of anger you get back. It's like unproportionate. Like, it is insane. Like, these people who play on some 2022
Quick touch pass to the
not all of
receiver.
them, a lot of them
He has enough to move the chains.
hours, and they come
I love that play. I love the timing of the freestyle push. Because the quarterback was able to get to the receiver right behind the offensive line. Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out of space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the freestyle push.
Defense rolls up. Defense going in on that last play. Now he's 2nd and long. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that has been rare in this successor. And work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field
You're in
goal.
like a sauna, just like sweating your ass off. I'm just really nervous about talking about Halo. Anyways, Dead Space also got a spiritual successor with the Callisto Protocol. The Callisto Protocol was brought to us by the mastermind behind Dead Space, and was hyped up as a revolution in the genre that promised major upgrades in atmosphere, combat, and of course a lot of like gore. You know, I mean that was part of Dead Space's appeal, so they got to bring it back. fighting in combat specifically.
The turnover battle is so important. You gotta make these turnovers.
Just pretty much shooting. It was decided that 50-50.
Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown. Still able to get a
That being in close combat with like a scary enemy made the game even scarier, I guess.
Bring it back, Vince.
The craziest thing actually was playing it as a BJ lane game, which puts it in the same category as Skull and Bones and Perfect Dark. Which were great.
AD Pro is the clock lines down.
They don't exist.
And the ball falls to the ground and complete. The game
Alright, y'all. Part 4 over with. Part 5 probably tomorrow. Good game, though. Good game, my guys. 6-0 right now. Going into the season. You know, hopefully we can keep this going and make a championship run.
On the college football playoff and a national
I'm
championship.
tired right now.
That kind of thing. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do big things.
I am going to advance the week just to see if we rank. Just to see what we're going to do this next week. But other than that, though, we can get up out of here.
Try dentist formulated TheraBreath mouthwash. It's a better mouthwash, I guarantee.
You will love your Avis Ford because Avis Ford offers home delivery. Visit us on Telegram at 12 Mile or shop from home. Just give us a call and we'll deliver. Call 1-800-SHOP-FORD.
Want to try something new? Give Vodka a try. There are only 3 types of decks. Banker, player, or tie. Technically, the banker has the best odds, even with the small commission you pay. Enjoy this game and many more with the live casino dealers on the BetMGM Casino app.
That nigga came to the video and said,
Not
fuck this.
canceled, allegedly. That could save the control genre, but probably not. So, because Vertical released and the reception was just pretty mixed. Like, it wasn't like great, but it wasn't like the worst thing. It was just kind of like a mediocre game. And the PC launch specifically was more flawed than the other launches. You know, it just didn't run well. It was poorly optimized and there had like a lot of like technical issues, and even the console version suffered from some of those. And it turns out that this innovative combat system they hyped up was just really simple. You just held left and right to dodge, and that was it. There was no strategy behind it. It was just like very basic. And the follow-up was financially disastrous for the publisher Krafton because the game failed to meet sales targets, and the developer behind it, Striking Distance Studios, saw a bunch of people leave shortly after because the protocol failed. And I was excited for the game at first, and then I saw the reviews, and I changed my mind, and I never actually played it until it was free on the Epic Game Store. And I got like halfway through it, and it was just kind of boring, and I didn't really care to finish it. It's just a bland, forgettable horror game that overhyped the graphics and mechanics and didn't focus on telling a good story or having good atmosphere. Just a letdown.
Do we talk about it? Oh, dude. Halo, a game series we never talk about on this channel, whether we want to or not. We just don't do it. It just ends here. No.
Halo obviously falls into the category. So many